Oh, yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. A real treat to be with you guys this morning. Let's get our heads right on this Thursday, February 12th. Old ass, man. I can't see anything. It's 6 inches in front of me. I can't see a damn thing. Good to have you guys in. People already filling up the chat today. Really appreciate that. Because I'll tell you, man, this show, we've been kicking it around in here this morning, yesterday on the phone. We're like, it's been rough. It's been tough. So we appreciate you guys being here. You know, we're just in a little bit of a rut, I think. And we can explain in a moment. But I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. We got Ben Higgins, the chairman, Friendly Neighborhood Sports Anchor, joins us as well. And you said it to me this morning. You're like, life is just nothing changes right now. And I said, dude, I am in the exact same way. I haven't had a typical Woods Curb Your Enthusiasm moment in ages. Like I almost had one yesterday, but it didn't even count. I almost ran out of gas. I almost ran out of gas as a 50-year-old grown man. I almost ran out of gas. The little meter that says you have 1 mile left or 10 miles, right?
Correct. The digital odometer thing.
So it said 1 mile left, and it was 3 miles to the exit, which was, I believe, Via de la Valle. Via de la Valle. Good God. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it.
Then when you hit zero, you still have some gas.
There's a little reserve for the moron factor, right?
Car companies are wise.
Yeah, they're wise. So
zero doesn't quite
They know
mean
you're going to
zero.
push it.
So
-8 means zero or something.
I was a wreck. Knowing if I can just get to the stoplight, it's a straight shot. I could get somebody to help push this thing down to the Chevron right by the Mickey D's there. Is that your Mickey D's you go to in the morning?
That is the one I go to in the morning.
So, bro, 6 months ago, I would have run out of gas and I would have had a great story. Now I just had a story of almost running out of gas.
You timed it perfectly. You waited the exact longest you possibly could before filling up the tank. Then you got it filled up.
This is bad news. 2 Paul 89 says there's like 20 miles after zero.
I think there is.
Now that I know that.
It's like a full gallon.
You shouldn't know that, but my car gives me the one ding when gas is starting to get low, like 50 miles. And then it gives me the no, seriously, gas is starting to get low ding at about 25 miles. And at that point, okay, now I better really pull over and find a gas station.
Take a gander at our YouTube feed right now, how it goes up in ascending order from left to right. I'm a little bit lower. Ben's in the middle, a little bit higher. And then Paulie is king of the world.
Okay, you're way too low.
Am I way low?
Yes. Rule of thirds framing, your head should be much hhigher. Paulie's probably the one that is the most accurate where he should be.
Somewhere right in between me and Ben's height.
That's fantastic. I didn't even notice that.
There we go.
But no, we're like, just nothing is, you just get up, you go to work, you come home. For me,
rinse, repeat.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
It's I'm doing the same thing. It's just kind of in that schedule of work, and I go to Channel 10 after the radio show, usually turn the Olympics on my television, get some work done, finish up, get home around 6:30, Peloton, have a little dinner, shower, go to bed. And do it again the next day. It's we're just kind of in a bit of a rut. We got spring training. We're going to be out there.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Just over a week. That'll help. We'll get some stories when we're in Arizona for sure. Because you need to change things up every once in a while.
There is a buttload of stuff to talk about today, though. That's what made me very excited to come into. I mean, there's a buttload of stuff out there. I say that, and we'll be out of gas in 2 hours. But just one of those kind of Groundhog Day feelings. Like you wake up, you're like, hey, put your tiny hand in mine. You're like, oh my God, not again. I think it happens. I think it happens to everybody listening. It just, nothing is different right now. There's only so much pitchers and catchers you can watch before you're like, all right, well, I've seen my fill.
Oh my God, did you guys see that video of Matt Waldron yesterday?
Yeah, crazy, right? Like that's pretty much all you got. But
those 2 pitches that I saw. Oh my God,
it's not even the sports. It's the daily life. Now I did.
Well, it's too bad. Like you running out of gas. That's a funny story.
That's a real funny story.
Me almost running out of gas.
It sucks.
Gives us like a minute of content.
That's exactly right. Like, hey, that's crazy. You actually had 20 more miles if you wanted it. So it's just me pushing my car down Via de la Valle would have been a much better story. I wasn't going to lie to you guys and tell you that it happened because it actually didn't. And I would have been busted because I would have said my thing hit 0 and I ran out of gas. And that guy would have said, bro, you had 20 more miles.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying your BS.
Also would have been dangerous. You don't want to be pushing your car down a busy street
but
or
like figure
on the
it
freeway.
Like you're a grown up. Figure it out. Like figure out that you need. I just didn't notice I needed gas. Right? I just didn't notice. And I
ran out of gas one time. I was like 18.
Yeah,
and
I did it when I was a kid.
Just like I was on the freeway and I was like, oh my God, my car's breaking down. And then I realized, hey, idiot, you need gas to go. And I just got in the car and started driving, didn't even think to look down, and haven't made that mistake since.
Yeah, I made it when I was young, young and dumb, but apparently I'm also old and dumb as well. So my this was fun. I hope my wife's earmuffing it right now.
No, she's in the chat. So
is she in the chat? Great. Boy, she got me yesterday. Like I told Ben about this morning before you got in. My new hobby is baseball cards.
Obsession.
Yeah.
Vice.
Yeah.
Addiction.
Yep. All of it. All of it. Doesn't hurt anybody. I just sit in my office and I scan cards and I make different piles of cards and I separate them I have a system. There's a method to my madness. I haven't figured out what it is yet.
Are you organizing them by team, by value,
no.
by year? What's your organizational
by what you
method?
plan to do with it?
Correct. By what I plan to do with them. My dad, now I didn't mention this the other day when I got into cards. My dad gave me and Bo 1 billion cards. So many cards that we've gone through. You scan, you look it up, you see, oh my God, this is a John Elway that's worth $500. Like, that's awesome. Like, I'll save this as put it in a hard case and move on. And I have these just piles. So I'm in the office yesterday and I'm just looking at my bin full of gems, is what I call the gems. The one that may be worth some money. That's what Bo and I call them, our gems. So I'm going through it and I'm just in there. I'm quiet. I'm listening to music, not bothering anyone. Taylor, I think, is on his iPad, and she's in the kitchen. And you going to be in there all day? What? Are you going to be in there all day? Maybe. What's up? What am I missing? Nothing. It'd just be nice for you to join your family. I'm like, but I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just, does it bother you to see me happy? Is that, and I hit her with that. I go, when you see me with a nice, peaceful hobby, where I'm happy. I'm not hurting anyone. It's not like I'm in there. I'm cutting this 8-ball. Like I'm mixing this 8-ball. Like I'm not in there ripping rails off the desk, right? Like I'm just scanning some cards. She went full Zoe from I Love You Man on me.
You never want to go full Zoe.
Never go full Zoe. So she got me good. And if you haven't seen that movie, I don't know what to tell you. You better catch up because it's brilliant.
It's been 17 years.
But she's like, why are you guys talking on the phone after the concert? And he's like, we're just going over the set list. Like, that's pretty standard. She's so mad. Like, well, we were supposed to hang out. And he's like, I brought you to the concert. It still wasn't enough. So I'm sitting in there going, what? Do you just walk by and see me happy? And you're like, how can I get him?
So you would like her to be like other wives who are thinking, I hope that he stays in there as long as possible. And I dread the moment that he comes out and I have to spend time with him.
You should buy more cards.
So here's what it's a good point. Because you always have to play it forward of like, all right, Woodsy, what do you want? I want her to come in and say, oh my gosh, babe, like tell me, like how much money are we talking here? What are you going to do with them? Do you know? Like, how does it work? I don't know. Instead of, you going to be in there all day? I'm like, babe, I'm literally in here having the time of my life. Now, I will tell you, I will in full transparency, my kids were home. They're like, Dad, can we look? I'm like, get out of here, beat it. I'm working on so. You think I was in there writing the great American novel? And I'm like, guys, enough. Get away from me right now. Go. Get in the other room.
There is the dilemma as a parent of the father-child activity that you realize this would go so much better without the child
100%. 100,000 million %, dude. Bo, I'm like,
you think this would be a great activity to share with my kids, but but only if the kids have nothing to do with it. That would really make it great.
Daddy, can I help? I'm like, no.
Get your little chocolate fingers out of here.
I'm like, you can't type.
Boogers everywhere.
Yeah, just beat it, dude. Just go play, please. Let me just finish this right now. Again, like I'm in there typing, like Dad's working on his latest novel. I'm in there scanning baseball cards like a degenerate, and I'm just going, why won't everyone just leave me alone? Leave me in peace. Leave Dad in his office. To do his passion.
Dominic says it's like the Bill Burr bit about wives and husbands in sports. They don't like that you're entertained by something so simple.
But here's the thing. If I was in there sculpting a statue, she'd be like, are you going to sculpt all day? Are you just going to be in there sculpting? Be like, I don't know. I don't know. Sarah says that's her way of saying she wants to help. I don't agree. She does not want to help. Not even a little.
Are you sure? I know she loves organization.
1,000 billion %.
You're doing organizing without her.
Can I tell you something that I feel in my heart, and she may deny it, she may not. She may not deny it. I feel like she desires me less sexually because of my new hobby. Can I tell you that right now? I think when she
That's undoubtedly true.
I think when she sees
Can't
me,
really help you on that one.
I think when she sees me now doing cards, she's like, I'm actually repulsed. Now I'm fully repulsed.
There's a reason that on The Simpsons, which I know you don't really watch, that the absolutely nerdiest, most repulsive character is comic book guy, the guy who's the collector of things.
I think she is really, really, really not a fan of this. No, and Paul says that's her way of saying, why are you making me watch the kids? And I wasn't. Like, Taylor had his iPad. He'd been a good boy, so he got rewarded. And Bo was playing with a friend. He was
have
gone.
Enough self-awareness that if the kids were screaming and causing trouble, you would stop doing what you were doing.
I will say, at reading time last night, I had to peel myself away from my desk to go in and be present while I thought about the whole Bo's reading. He's like, and then the Cobra went down to the park with these, and I'm laying there going, I gotta get back in there. I've got to get back in. I gotta finish this.
Maybe
project.
for your own good, you should set yourself a time limit each day. On
like I do with my kids. Like I'm
exactly. It's like your iPad. Woods, you get 45 minutes a day.
Why didn't anybody warn me about this? Why didn't anybody warn me about this? And there she is in the chat. She says it's very unattractive. I knew it. Your point that you make about the projects with your kids is so bloody accurate. It's not even funny. And you're just like, okay, yeah, this is fun. Let me just do it. I always pictured like that's how it would be if we got into like camping and stuff. I'd be like, sit in the car. I will put the tent up. When it's done,
stand by the tree.
Stand by the tree.
Stand by the tree.
Don't. No, you're not.
Then of course
fire.
They want to pound in one of the tent poles, and you know
they're gonna
you
bend
don't
it.
have the strength.
You're gonna bend it. You're gonna smash your finger.
It's not going to get into the ground.
Like,
it's going to pop up during the middle of the night. We're not doing this.
No, you're not building the fire. No, just stay over there, and then we're gonna camp, and we're gonna have such a good time. It's gonna be so much fun. This camping trip of ours.
We're having fun.
We're having fun, GD. Like it is. It's amazing. My wife is doing the kids' Valentine's right now as we speak.
Because they can't be allowed the responsibility of actually touching their own Valentine's.
It would take them a month to write their name. All they have to write is like Bo, Taylor. There's what?
She sets
30
it up like
of them.
they're a CEO. Okay.
Yeah, like
just sign these papers here.
She's in there doing it right
Initial
now.
Here.
She's in there doing it right now, writing love Bo, love Taylor, love Bo, love Taylor. Well, babe, I know you're listening. I apologize. I let me just get this initial run out of the way, and then I'll tap the brakes for a while. I don't know if I will.
Arts and crafts.
I know
Legos.
you won't.
What would be a more attractive hobby? Like she doesn't walk in there because
chopping wood.
Yeah, okay. I'm in the backyard just
shirtless.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But would she still be mad? She's like, we don't even need wood. We don't need it. What's a better hobby? Because again, dude, you have to think about this, Paulie. We talked a little bit yesterday on the show about, I talked about I wanted some bigger quads, right? If I focused 100% on improving my body, that's no good. You can't be that guy either. You can't be like, I'll be in the gym eating a chicken breast, like I'm gonna go work out again. Like you can't do that. So what's a better hobby that would be more attractive to my wife?
Something she's also interested in.
No, because she doesn't want you interfering.
Mm-mm.
I would say that
if I was like, can I watch that?
So can
I watch that story with you
Love
about
is Blind came out yesterday.
a murderer?
You like reading, obviously.
Mhm.
I think they want
Cleaning. That's a good one.
McKee.
Good call.
Maybe
Vacuuming. Yep.
but
She'd love it.
doesn't she love the vacuuming?
It's not a
She
hobby.
does.
I think they want you to be reading in the same room as them, but also occasionally acknowledging that they're there and what they're doing and being with them present.
You're telling me that if she was in the kitchen and I was on the couch reading a book,
but not too engrossed in the book, also somewhat there at the same time.
I don't think so. I think it would
present, but not present.
I think it would bother her if I was just splayed out on the couch reading a book.
No, not splayed out.
Oh, sitting up straight,
reading
like a
sort
serial
of
killer?
reading,
like a serious book,
but a serious book, but
not like the Guns N' Roses bio. Hey, it's Stephen Piercy from Rat's new book,
The History of Rat.
Reading, but not reading too much.
Jocelyn says, "Oh, Benjamin, no, sir." I think one thing we all realize is we'll never understand the opposite sex.
No. I want to, and I try. I really do try to get a better read on things. But I knew it yesterday, man, when she was hitting me from the kitchen across the house. You gonna be in there all day? Right when she said it,
your cards all day.
Right when she said it, I went, "Oh, I'm dead. This is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing like for life." So now I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to do it on the slide.
There is an art of doing something you enjoy, but not looking like you enjoy it too much.
Correct.
And making it seem as though it's more work than it is joy for you.
It's the old fantasy camp problem every year.
You get one of those like hollowed out books and then just put your phone,
with
place
cards
it
in
inside,
it.
and you're just scanning cards while it looks like you're reading a hardbound book.
Somebody said in the chat, yeah, you're looking at pictures of more successful men. So I kind of get it. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Well, it was great. It was great. But yeah, that is I have pretty much iced my son out of our little hobby together. Yeah. Let me get it finished and I'll tell you what we're going to do with it all. It's funny. He thinks he's getting a cut of the money too. That's the best part.
I'd briefly like to both thank and critique our colleague John down the hall. I'm already starting to get the sugar crash. Brought donuts into the break room, the kitchen this morning.
Can't believe you caved, man.
I have great willpower to not go and get myself donuts, but when they're sitting there and they're fresh, I can't not have one. I just have to have one. And I know I'm going to feel bad about it. Paul, you had one.
I did.
Woods, you did not have one. I was impressed.
I smelled it.
You went and smelled. That's even harder.
It smelled good.
The only way I could possibly avoid them is if I pretend they don't exist. I don't go buy them. I don't look at them. But once they're there, they're fresh. They're looking great. I have to have one.
I blame Ben for my donut.
Yeah, because he
like ran out the door.
He shut up, man.
And if you don't get up and leave, I probably wouldn't have gotten.
There's nothing better than like a fresh before 6 a.m. donut because you know that they were just made.
I had a full cup of hot coffee too. I just cracked open and I go, "Oh, a donut with this hot coffee
so
sounds
well
really
together.
good."
Like if it's like 10:30 and I know those donuts are really 6 hours old, I can probably resist.
Oh
but
yeah. You're like, I should be out the door anyways.
At 5:40 in the morning,
just fresh.
When you
just dropped them off,
just fresh and dropped off. I can't resist.
They looked so effing good, man. And I had to stare them down and go, I can't do it. I just can't do it this morning because I I polished 3 off in one day over the weekend for Bo's birthday. So that is, had I not done that, no problem.
You probably would have. All right.
Yeah.
So you weren't doing it just to make Paulie and I feel bad.
My donut count this week is +3. So I'm still +2 on both of you guys.
Okay, I'm
so
+1.
There you go. So I'm still in the lead here.
And I never have donuts outside of like a work setting. Like maybe we're out at a remote or something, and somebody will bring some donuts, or they bring them here in the kitchen, and I'm kind of screwed because I won't be able to stop myself. But I've never gone to the store to like buy donuts just to bring home and have them around in the kitchen or anything like that.
Once a year, I get like I wake up on a Saturday or Sunday and I go, I'm going to VG's. I have to have it. I have to. Once a year though. Once.
If I lived closer to VG's, I'd probably.
Paulie, it calls to you. It's like, hey, fatty.
It's like a magnetic pull.
Hey, I'm right here. Remember how I smell? Remember how I taste? Remember how good I am? Today is Fat Thursday, by the way, whatever that is. So
how did you gain all the weight?
Fitting right in, dude. So good. Man. Well, listen, we're going to try to figure it all out today. There's some absolutely phenomenal sports stories today. And some really sad stories as well. We're going to have a segment today.
We need to pick a time.
We need to pick a time. I don't know what we're going to call it. And I don't want to do it here because I want to bring you guys down. But I have something to promote. It's my mental health group, which isn't sad. It's actually a good thing. Paulie's got something super
heavy,
gut-wrenching and heavy. And then we lost a ancillary friend of the show yesterday. So what time do you want to ruin everyone's morning?
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Be here.
Right.
Yeah, be by the dial.
Looks like 8 o'clock's a good spot.
8 o'clock's a good spot
in the
for
rundown for bringing everybody down a bit.
Yeah.
But until then, let's try to have a good time.
No, we're going to have a great time.
And we've got some good stories. We will set the menu for the Thursday edition, a Throwback Thursday edition of Ben and Woods.
You guys, one of the best moments on this program of all time. Old Ben, get you again.
Stay tuned. We will get things started. Hopefully the roads will be a little nicer this morning after yesterday's rain. Be safe out there. Kelly will get our first check of traffic, and then we are off and running on Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First up.
Oh, no, here it comes.
Oh, boy.
In sports, you never really rely on one angle. You watch the replay. You get a second look. Your retirement plan deserves the same attention. That's why Trajan Wealth offers a second opinion approach. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors review your current strategy and help identify risks, inefficiencies, or opportunities you may not even know are there. Sometimes it's not about starting over. It's about making smarter adjustments. Trajan Wealth has offices Carlsbad, Del Mar, and now Liberty Station area, and they work with people who want clarity and confidence moving forward. If you've been meaning to double check your plan, or if you're like me, you didn't really check it that much in the first place, now is a good time. Call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207, or learn more at TRAJANwealth.com. Again, TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Another pitcher off the market. We will talk about it coming up here in a baseball segment to get us started on Ben and Woods here on a Thursday. We said at the beginning of the week, expect a lot of pitchers to sign this week. That has come true. Unfortunately, none of them have signed with the San Diego Padres.
That is unfortunate.
Now there are...
I'd like one.
Yeah. Now there are not that many of them left on the market all of a sudden.
No, and I wonder if the price is going up because now when you saw what happened yesterday, you're like, well, what the hell's Gallen going to ask for? What's Giolito going to ask for? I don't know.
We will see what A.J. Preller has to say. He is scheduled to meet with the media this morning, 10:15 Arizona time, 9:15 our time. So hopefully we'll have some of those comments by the end of our program today. I don't know that there's much he can say. He's not going to tip his hand if they're in final negotiations with one of those pitchers or someone else. But, yeah, we'll get to the big news from yesterday coming up in just a second. Talk some baseball. Big new piece just dropped from Jeff Passan about not really optimistic news about the impending labor crisis in baseball between owners and players coming at the end of this season in December. But some good stuff from Jeff, talking about the Dodgers, the Mets, and how they're spending so much more than every other team and how fans are not happy about it. And owners are going to use that to try to, force some sort of salary cap in, which has always been a non-starter for players. And that could lead to a drawn out labor stoppage, which of course none of us are hoping happens, but it seems like it's inevitably starting to head in that direction, according to Jeff Passan. So we will talk about that. Coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, we'll have Don't Do This with some incredible stories, including...
Unreal, man. Unreal. It's an unreal Don't Do This
a
day.
baseball general manager.
There's like 15 stories, by the way. This is whittled down. I just saw like 4 more on ESPN's front page.
A baseball GM who just can't get one simple fact through his head.
It's the last guy in the organization that should make that mistake.
Correct.
The last guy.
As we mentioned, it's a Throwback Thursday. Paulie's got some fun clips from us from earlier in the show's history. Go back 5 years to see what's in the archives on this show. We'll do that in our 7:30 segment. So we already told you, all looking forward to 8 o'clock and just, bringing everybody down with some difficult and tough news that we think we need to get to in our 8 o'clock segment. We'll play a game
It's a bit of a downer segment.
Real or fake.
But important.
We'll try to qualify another listener for the 9 Inch Nails tickets. No trivia this time. It is just a game of real or fake. We've had qualifiers every single day this week, though.
All right, settle down.
You can add to your list of names. And then at 8:35 on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline, Spring Training Sammy will check in. He will have another open clubhouse this morning with the San Diego Padres before Craig Stammen and AJ Preller meet with the media. Of course, all of our coverage from spring training and Sam Levitt, brought to you by David P. Shapiro Criminal Defense Attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. 9 o'clock hour, in addition to our biggest fan and Reindl Report, we're going to give away some basketball tickets to Saturday's game at Viejas Arena, Nevada, coming in to face SDSU after they had the bye this week. New Mexico beat Grand Canyon on the road last night, so Grand Canyon can lose in their arena. It doesn't happen very often, but it did last night. So New Mexico staying 2 games behind the Aztecs and Utah State in the Mountain West Conference standing. So that's what we've got coming up on the program today. But let's start with the pitching news from yesterday. Chris Bassitt, one of the names on the market, signing a 1-year, $18.5 million deal with the Baltimore Orioles.
Yep.
It's a good 1-year deal for an older pitcher.
Yeah.
Has put up solid, if unspectacular, numbers last year with the Toronto Blue Jays. The Orioles were one of the teams, like the Padres, that were working very hard to add starting pitching here ahead of spring training or ahead of the season. That takes them probably out of the mix for other teams if you're looking for a silver lining. I know Chris Bassitt was some Padres fans' top target, hoping that he would land with the San Diego Padres, but now that's not going to happen.
Last year in Toronto, 11-9, a 3.96 ERA through 170 innings.
Yeah, man, and he's gone. He has gone.
He makes his starts.
Where was that? It was a nugget in here that was really good. Dependability. Yeah. 4 consecutive seasons of 30-plus starts. And a strikeout rate that has barely budged year to year.
That alone's worth 18.
100%.
These days?
Consistent as it gets. Guy that goes out there every 5th day. I mean, what a dream for like a 5th starter, right?
That's why you said all offseason Dylan Cease was going to get 30.
100%.
180 of solid, not great, up and down innings, but
tons of Ks,
the consistency
tons of stuff
is there.
Bassitt had a much better ERA than Dylan Cease last year. Dylan Cease had a 4.55 ERA last year. Now, Dylan Cease strikes out more guys, so you always dream on him having another one of those, Cy Young type seasons. But in reality, Chris Bassitt had the better overall year last year. Is not going to get anywhere near the money of Dylan Cease. He's older than Dylan Cease. Obviously doesn't strike out nearly as many batters, but a good pickup for the Baltimore Orioles, who have been one of the most active teams this season. Good to see. For Orioles fans, you kept waiting for them to turn some of their prospect hauls into a chance to go for it. Well, they are going for it this year. Not an easy thing to do when you see Yankees are still the Yankees. Blue Jays added after getting, 1 out away from winning the World Series. It's a tough division to win.
Yeah. Red Sox are not going anywhere.
And the Rays generally surprised with their smarts and savvy. So it's a tough division to win, but the Orioles are finally kind of going for it this year. Heard some good things. Pete Alonso, the first reports are like, yeah, this guy's been first couple of days at camp. He's already there early. Yep. He is, encouraging other hitters. He's being a leader right away. So the Orioles are very happy with the moves that they've made. Obviously, just a couple of days into spring training.
Yeah, on paper, good team, good solid team. You need bounce backs from guys like Adley Rutschman, and but they've got a catching prospect coming up through the ranks. Their prospects are still really, really good. They have not had to
really unload
a bunch of them. They did trade for Shane Baz, which is going to be interesting to see if he can stay healthy for them. But yeah, man, they're again one of those teams that's really, really interesting in baseball right now. But Bassitt is officially off the board, so we can get that one out of our fantasies and focus our efforts on maybe a Lucas Giolito, a Max Scherzer, somebody of that ilk.
Zach Gallen is still out there.
I feel like Zach Gallen is waiting for.
If Bassitt got 18, he's not getting less.
Yeah, turned down 22.
Yeah.
Kind of works both ways. There are fewer guys left, which generally, increases the price tag. But there's also fewer teams. The Orioles now might have been bidding on some other pitchers, and now they're going, we're good. Sorry, that offer that we had for you is no longer on the table. We just signed Chris Bassitt,
there's enough teams that need pitching.
Bro, and another injury yesterday, Jared Jones, who I just love, dude. I love that guy. I think he's such a gamer, but he's always hurt. The Pirates starter. He came into camp. He was really, really feeling good, was talking about how good he felt, and now 60-day IL for him yesterday. Don't know what the issue was. I believe maybe an elbow.
Not a hamate.
Not a hamate. But no, man. So there's all these people getting hurt, which means, Gallen's market goes up, Giolito's market goes up, Scherzer's market goes up, and we ride. But I don't know, man. I'm resigning myself to the fact that maybe, this is what we have right now, and this is where it's going to be. I'm barring a couple of minor pickups, guys that we've probably never heard of. But as far as free agent pitchers, like the names we just listed, maybe AJ Preller doesn't do anything. Maybe he doesn't. He's like, all right, let's see what we got for the first 3 months.
See what he has to say later this morning. Now, there was some pitching news out of Padres camp in Peoria, although it was mostly bullpen related. Craig Stammen decided to start his managerial tenure with one of the easier decisions I think he was facing.
Indeed.
By officially naming Mason Miller as his closer.
Let's not overthink it.
No open competition.
Nope.
Now, he's got more options than most teams do.
Oh, yeah.
And will ever have in their bullpen with Adrian Morejon, Jason Adam coming back fairly quickly here, Jeremiah Estrada. Yeah. But Mason Miller is the obvious choice, and he's not going to play around with it all spring. Just being upfront and saying, yeah, Mason Miller's the new guy.
Well, look, it's a competition.
We'll see, where we need the outs. Yeah, Alex Cora did the exact same thing yesterday with Garrett Crochet. Crochet was doing an interview, and Cora walked by the interview. He goes, opening day starter. Let's get that S out of the way now. So you didn't want to be asked about it the entire offseason.
I do think there's still room, though, for Craig Stammen to get a little creative. We've seen
games. Oh yeah.
We've seen Mason Miller go beyond 3 outs. Now you don't want to overwork him all the time, but knowing you have Adrian Morejon,
right?
If there's a day where it makes more sense for Mason Miller to get 5 outs and then shut him down for a day or two, because tomorrow we can close with Adrian Morejon, and then he can get 6 outs tomorrow, and then the next day we can close with Jason Adam. And,
then we have an off day, and then everyone's good.
And then everyone's good to go. Yeah. I think there is still quite a bit of room for bullpen creativity, even if Mason Miller is your quote unquote closer. Well, you don't have to be afraid to use other guys in the 9th inning as necessary, or be more aggressive with Mason Miller. Bring him in earlier. Every once in a while when you got really tough righties coming up in the 8th inning.
100%.
You may not need him in the 9th. Yeah. If he gets his job done in the 8th, and you go, you know what? Now we're up by 5. We'll bring in someone else to finish it out. I think the closer is well earned, and it should be Mason Miller. But I don't see him necessarily being it's Trevor Hoffman. It's every 9th inning, 3 runs or less, 3 outs, and that's how it's going to be. And he's going to save 47 games. I think there's still some wiggle room there with the usage for the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how Craig Stammen handles it. That's one area I do feel he will be equipped He knows the inner workings of a bullpen. And again, the thing that impresses me about Craig was talking to a buddy about it over the weekend. That was like, hey, what do you think? And I go, man, the thing that keeps sticking in my brain is how a middle reliever and an average one was able to command the room as well as he did. And that to me it speaks volumes for him. That's going to be, again, it's Tony Vitello's biggest challenge. It's Dave Roberts' biggest challenge. It's every single manager's biggest challenge. How do I employ this bullpen? How do I do it? When do I employ them? Is it after 4 2/3? It's the hardest thing about managing in the major leagues now. It's way harder than it used to be, in my opinion. And that's going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge for 29 other managers as well.
Meanwhile, that bullpen that is already the Padres' biggest strength, perhaps getting even a little bit stronger. Some news yesterday that Brian Hoeing says he is back and much healthier than he was last year.
That's good news,
which
man.
he called, he said, most challenging year in his career.
Said it was not fun.
We almost forget when Brian Hoeing came over in 2024, he was outstanding. Had a sub-2 ERA for the Padres, was constantly coming in big situations in the 7th inning, down the stretch in the playoff run for the San Diego Padres that year.
Got all of 8 innings last year.
Yeah, last year he came to camp with a shoulder issue. Didn't pitch until May, spent most of the season at AAA or even AA, and just ended up making a few token appearances in the big leagues for the Padres and was never really 100% healthy. But he says much, much better place after a better offseason ramp up, and he's hoping to kind of reclaim one of those key spots in granted, a much more crowded bullpen than was when he first arrived. But that's a really good arm if he's healthy that you're now throwing into the mix. A 7th, 8th inning guy on a team that already has 3 or 4 really good 7th or 8th inning guys.
Yeah, he can be a bridge. He can be a bridge from that 4 2/3 to the 6th. Get you through the 6th inning, and then you go 7, 8, 9 with Estrada, Morejon, Miller, or Adam. Like it's an embarrassment of riches. But you have to keep these dudes healthy. You have to. There should be some defined roles, and I think that was part of the reason that you had named Mason Miller the closer yesterday. Just get that out of the way.
I wouldn't be surprised though that as camp goes along, as trainers and coaches kind of keep a close eye on Brian Hoeing, if he looks like he's going to be back to the Brian Hoeing that he was, that opens up AJ's bag of tricks to potentially trade. I wouldn't say Hoeing. I would say it would be someone more established like Estrada again.
Sure.
Where, you don't have a role necessarily for everyone in that bullpen. And if you can address a need, if you can pry a starting pitcher away from a team that is badly in need of bullpen help, maybe that's the route that the Padres go to address their rotation depth issues rather than trying to sign a free agent from what is becoming a very limited market. That maybe the trade route is still to go. And while AJ said, I don't want to trade too much for the bullpen, you also don't want to have to DFA really good bullpen guys at the end of spring training because you don't have any room for them on your roster and you didn't do anything with them. So, he may need to trade someone from an area of strength, and that could end up helping the Padres later on in spring training. But I think you have to make sure that Brian Hoeing looks like he's going to be Brian Hoeing before you can make that decision.
Yeah, and I've heard people talk about just convert him to a starter. The most innings he's ever thrown in the big leagues is 70. He's a swing man and a fine one at that. And so, again, don't have to overcomplicate things. Don't have to overthink things. If there is a conversion of somebody in the bullpen, I don't think it will be him. I could be wrong.
Craig Stammen called him a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
in the bullpen.
you love those guys, man. You love those guys that can get a big out in the 8th or bridge you from
the
4
5th and the
2/3, through the 6th inning. Those guys are absolutely elite to have. Our bullpen is something. If you're dooming and glooming right now about the San Diego Padres, just know that that's something you at this early junction, you don't need to worry about. Things can happen. People can get hurt, things like that, obviously. But right now, on paper, probably the best bullpen in the big leagues.
Want to get to this.
Jesse Agler said that yesterday in his newsletter. Oh, he said arguably number 1 in the big leagues. And I
very arguably.
No other team had 3 in the top 10.
Very arguably number 1.
Yeah.
I want to get in a little bit into this new Jeff Passan piece.
Chris Paddock piece.
The new Chris Paddock
Bassitt
story
becomes Jeff Passan on labor negotiations in Major League Baseball. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Don't go away. We'll be back right after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Usually around this time, there's not much going on, but that is not the case today. Got a traffic alert northbound 5 before J Street, crash blocking the 2 right lanes. Also a collision on northbound 805 before the 8. It's in the center divide. Southbound side of the 805 before Home Avenue, we're getting reports of some sort of metal pole or sign down in middle lanes. Westbound King Freeway before the 15, crash over the right shoulder. And westbound 8 just past Greenfield Drive, there is a crash involving a couple vehicles. Looks like this one is blocking the slow lane. Also very slow in the North County, southbound side of the 15 toward this accident near the 76, got the fast lane blocked. Heads up, San Diego, the next long weekend is coming up. Get road ready now. Valvoline Instant Oil Change gets you in and out fast. No appointment needed. Real pros check lights, fluids, and tires with any oil change. Locations and coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, these very early morning, very long Jeff Passan pieces are making me have to practice my speed reading skills. But under the headline, what Kyle Tucker's Dodgers contract means for MLB labor piece at ESPN.com this morning.
It's a free one, by the way.
It is. Jeff Passan writes about basically how owners are starting to coalesce in terms of their demand to install a salary cap of some sort into the next labor deal, which could even mean, according to Passan, jeopardizing the 2027 season. Quote, they are ready to burn the bleeping house down, one high-ranking team official said.
The owners will.
Of owners.
They think the salary cap will fix everything, even if it means jeopardizing the 2027 season. They essentially are using what the Dodgers have done as an excuse.
Correct.
It's an
Correct.
excuse. That's what they're doing. They're using what the Dodgers have done. And again, we've talked about it. Dodger fans get so mad, but it's true. Like, they haven't broken any rules. They haven't. They've been given insane advantages with their TV deal. That's an insane advantage of which they do not have to share a lot of it or enough of it, whatever it is, if any. It's an insane advantage that they have. They've also exploited it to the letter of the law and perfect to a T. But these other owners sit back. They're not angry, Ben. They're happy. They're happy. Like, they're mad that as it says, their valuations aren't going up like the NFL teams are. But they're happy that this is happening because now it gives them a chance to sit back, crack their knuckles, and go, here we go. This is what we've been wanting.
Well, what the Dodgers have done, the Mets to a lesser extent, but mostly the Dodgers, is that they have coalesced the fans basically on the side of the owners when it comes to a better controlled system for salaries to keep, the teams on a more level playing field. It's not that fans don't want players to make money. I would say if you'd ask the fans, they'd say, I'd rather see the players make money than the owners make money in general.
I feel like it used to be that way. I don't feel it's that way anymore.
Well, I don't think anyone's cheering for the owners, but Jeff Passan distills it into this phrase at the end of paragraph 9. He says, they distill the wishes of fans into a clear, potent dictate for all involved. Make it feel fair. What fans want is a system where they feel like their team has a chance to compete against the Dodgers. And most teams don't really feel that right now. I mean, the Padres have tried more than most, and you still feel like you're not on the same footing or even close to the Los Angeles Dodgers. So what fans want is a system that, levels the playing field a bit. But for the owners, they know the only real system that does that is like the NBA, like the NFL, is some sort of salary cap.
Yep.
Now, Jeff Passan, there is some reason for encouragement here, and something that I have said a number of times on this program. You mentioned why the owners want a salary cap. It's not because they just don't want to see those dirty players making so much money. They want their franchise values to go up the way the values go up in the NFL and the NBA. And they believe that those league salary caps make their valuations a lot more attractive to potential buyers. So that's what they really want. And Jeff Passan says there is absolutely, if the owners make the salary cap high enough and put enough of a floor in there's a point where the players will go, yeah, we're making plenty of revenue out of all of this. We don't care what it looks like. As long as you're generous enough with that salary cap, they would be willing to go, yeah, let's do that. And I've always maintained that that's where it's going to end up. It's going to be a salary cap, but at least for many years, it'll be so generous and so tilted in favor of the players that they're not going to be able to say no at the end of the day to a labor agreement and go, we're all going to make out really, really well on this. And if the owners end up making more in the very long run, well, good for them. So we'll see if that does come to pass and they can figure something out.
It's as sticky and convoluted of a process as there can be.
Had some fans very mad at me about a video we posted yesterday on social media.
I didn't get this.
Talk about that next year on The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods on a Thursday. Sammy Levitt continuing to provide the great content from Padres spring training in Peoria. He'll be with us at 8:35 this morning. But I think you and I were both intrigued yesterday of all the videos that he posted. Was the quick little shot of Ethan Salas in the Padres bullpen, just kind of working on receiving the baseball.
Incredible. I love it. It's I could watch that stuff all day. Guys working on their craft, and that he is one of the most fun guys to ever watch work on his craft. He is. We've said that for years since first time we saw him out there when he was, well, he's still a teenager, but you know what I mean.
He is. He's so incredibly smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The way that he catches the baseball and then brings it into the zone. You see Major League, it's definitely worth it. But you see even Major League catchers, I don't know, just yank the ball from, a little low or a little outside back into the strike zone. It doesn't look all that fluid. But the way Ethan Salas does it is almost magical. I tweeted, this looks like sorcery. And I said, I know framing won't matter as much with the ABS system, the automated ball strike system, but fooling umpires and forcing more challenge decisions will still be a competitive edge. And I had a few people who got really mad at me about what I thought was a fairly innocuous opinion. They said, you're going to, with the challenge system, it's not going to matter at all. Stop, glorifying framing. But one guy said, what a bleep take. Why not practice on being an actual better catcher?
That's what he's doing. Fooling
the umpires matters. Still, you sound like an idiot.
I think he's a Dodger fan. He's got a Dodger jersey on, and he's next to Dan Marino. Dan Marino and some lady, and then Dan Marino's in the middle. He's got his Dodger jersey on. They
said another tweet. I just can't get over how stupid your take is.
Now it says on his Twitter profile, he's in the service industry. Can you imagine him serving you when you're?
Yeah, I'll take a cheeseburger.
Are you stupid? Are you out of your mind?
Your order is.
You're a moron.
All right, fine. I'll get the ribeye, medium rare.
No,
are you insane?
Stupid. You get a ribeye here? You out of your mind?
But
I can't get over what a moron you are.
So, well, how important do you think it will be? So this year, of course,
it's going to be important.
They're going to have the challenge system. And again, if you don't remember how it works, you're going to get 2 challenges as a team for the whole game. If you are correct, you keep the challenge. So once you've been incorrect twice, you are out of challenges for the rest of the game. That is going to make challenging something you're not going to want to do overly often, especially early in the game. You don't want to risk losing your challenges. So a catcher who can still frame the ball well and maybe steal a strike here or there from a home plate umpire who, and I saw I had people tweeting me going, well, umpires need to do a better job. Sure, but no one's ever going to be perfect.
Bro, they're throwing 98 miles an hour with sink and cut.
A good framer, like the way Ethan Salas frames those pitches, is always going to be able to steal a call or two.
Well, yeah, dude.
It's still going to be a beneficial skill for catchers to have going forward. There's no doubt in my mind. Framing is not going away anywhere.
My favorite was, why don't you get excited about, what did he say? He said, why not practice on being an actual better catcher?
He's doing?
He's literally working on, he's not jumping on a trampoline, working on backflips, and you tweeted, wow, that's cool. No, he's literally got the gear on, and he's working on being a better catcher. He's not real bright, man.
Christian, who's always a bit of a hater, but he always chimes in, says, remember when fans got mad at Campusano for doing the same thing? LOL. Obviously, this kid is better defensively, but fans hated that method. Now they love it. Go figure. Not basically what he's talking about is not setting a target.
Yeah, it's
Ethan
not 1984
has his glove
they
down
all do.
and
everybody does it.
Pulls it up. Now, if you can't catch the ball that way, that's a problem. But Ethan Salas catches it incredibly smoothly and easily that way.
Got great hands. They've been saying that for years.
Really, the only question with Ethan Salas, of course, can he hit enough?
Can he hit enough?
Doesn't have to hit much.
No, you don't.
With skills like that,
Austin Hedges makes $4 million a year.
He does not have to hit much at the major league level to have a job. If he could, and because he is so young, you cannot give up the idea that, it could still click in and he could become a decent hitter who rises up to the major league level. We're not saying he needs to hit 40 home runs.
Oh, no.
Doesn't need to hit 290.
No.
If he can hit 230 with, a 300 on base percentage and 15 home runs, with those catching skills, he'd be an all-star.
Yeah.
On the big league level.
Yeah, the defense plays. We've heard that from a million different people in the organization and out of the organization. The defense absolutely plays for Ethan Salas. The arm is spectacular. The instincts behind the plate are spectacular. So, again, can he hit enough? Can he stay healthy? Can he recover from everything that went down? And can he get back there? But, man, it's so good. And, again, people are getting mad at, hey, he needs to hold a target there and get, they just don't do it that way anymore. They don't. And there's a reason for it. They're not doing it to hurt your feelings. They're doing it because it's a better way to do it.
And pitchers are also learning how to create their own mental targets, knowing it's not just going to be, if you just sit there with a target and you don't move it, are you telling me the other team is not going to instantly know exactly where you're pitching it? We see the signals from second base. We see even the legal. I'm not talking about, Houston Astros trash can banging. I'm just talking about a guy leading off, with a hand on one leg or the other, telling the batter, oh, he's lined up inside or he's lined up outside. If you don't move around in the playoffs, it gets even 100% more, where the catchers are basically doing like a Irish jig behind the plate before every pitch. I'm down, I'm up, I'm inside, I'm outside.
Well, they also just bulk guys to third. Like, they don't want anybody looking at anything. Nothing. I don't want to see anything. It's fine. Don't worry about the haters. They didn't seem real bright. But
I'm not worried about the haters, but
it's like day one.
I am fascinated by how the ABS system is going.
I can't wait.
Going to work this year.
I can't wait.
And I'm sure that teams have a better idea than we think, having done it in the minor leagues for the past few years, that they have gone through extensive plans on those levels that they will simply implement on the big league level. The one thing that is definitely going to be different, though, in the minor leagues, players generally just do what they're told by their organizations. Once you get to the big league level, you're going to have to work with some high-paid players with egos who also, have been around the game for a long time and have an idea of what they think is the best way to go about things. So you're going to have to be a little more convincing, in terms of your strategy. We heard Craig Stammen tell us at FanFest, not planning to really let the pitchers do any challenging of their own pitches. We joked about Nick Pivetta and how he thinks everything is a strike and how emotionally he gets out there. And, Craig Stammen was pretty much, we're not letting Nick Pivetta or probably any other pitcher make a challenge. But I guarantee you there's going to be a couple of pitchers like, the Max Scherzers of the world. You're going to tell them no, as an organization. What repercussions are there if you try to tell a veteran pitcher in their, late 30s, early 40s who's been doing this forever, like, no, even if you're 100% sure it's a strike and it was called a ball, you cannot challenge anything. I don't know that that's going to work on the big league level.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that Ethan seems to be healthy right now. And again, there's absolutely no rush for him. No rush at all to get him to the big leagues. Just keep, brick by brick. If you're Ethan Salas, just keep building and stay healthy is the most important part.
How long do you think there is before we get a story this season about a guy who challenged it without authorization from his team, like emotionally just reached and tapped the top of his head, a pitcher, a batter early in the game when he wasn't supposed to?
Yeah, it's gonna happen,
and that becomes an issue.
Yeah,
that's going to be in the first week.
Yeah,
maybe the first day of the season. You're going to start seeing those stories, like guys like, I wasn't supposed to do that. I got mad. I knew it was a ball, and I guess I saw it wrong because I challenged it and it was incorrect. You're going to get those stories, especially early in the season as people adjust to the new ABS system.
Yeah, a little more intrigue in the game of baseball, a little more strategy, but I love it. I think it's good for the game. I think it's going to be fun, and it worked in the minor leagues, and I think it's going to work in the big leagues.
Got some news yesterday from Padres camp as well. Longer piece last night about Sungmun Song. We heard a little bit of sound from him. Seems very flexible, move around the diamond. Going to probably play just about anywhere. In the piece, talked a little more about the adjustment, moving from Korea to the United States, how he has leaned heavily on the guys who have come before him, like Ha-Sung Kim, Jung-Ho Lee, Hae-Sung Kim, all coming from the same team, the Kiwoom Heroes in Korea and trying to learn about the language barrier adjustments, the travel differences. I mean, Korea is a pretty small country.
Dude, so Jesse wrote in his, did you guys read Jesse's
I did.
blog yesterday? It was amazing. He talked about, he goes, one thing we never think about when they bring somebody over from the KBO, he goes, Korea is essentially the size of Indiana. So, yeah, you go from Bloomington to South Bend, okay, a few hours away, it's not that much. He goes, imagine, his first couple of trips, you're flying cross country. He goes, it's such a grind. It's a grind on the broadcasters. It's a grind on everybody. This dude's not used to it at all. And a whole different routine in the big league. So yeah, it's more than just, can I get to the fastball on time? It's like everything is different.
Remember how long it took Ha-Sung Kim to adjust to the food? And you can find, found a place that's, Korean food that I like, or you can have a chef who makes your own food, but then you're kind of locked in like, okay, then every day I have to go back and just do the same thing over and over again. It's a difficult adjustment to the lifestyle. Even little things like your diet get changed quite a bit. Ingredients you're used to aren't available as readily in the United States as they are in Korea.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's very, very intense for these guys, and you have to remember that moving forward. Yeah, of course, the baseball is different, and it's the highest level that you can go. And he's going to see things he's never seen before that he's only heard about. But we've talked to big leaguers who've gone over there, and they talk about the adjustment it is, learning how to hit fork balls and pretty much nothing else. When you're over there, sit on the fork ball when you're over in Japan and in the KBO. And here, a little bit different. Be ready for the 99 top of the zone. Try to get your bat to it. So a little bit different. But excited, again, he's got guys that have come before him that can help him. He's got good guys in the clubhouse that I'm sure will wrap their arms around him and take good care of him. But excited to see what he can bring to multiple positions, another Swiss Army knife in the lineup. So that's good.
And Sam Levitt is on the scene at the Peoria Sports Complex. Going to get some new sound probably shortly from the clubhouse, and we'll have more stories for you. Plus, we'll talk to Sammy coming up at 8:35 this morning on our David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
I wanted to ask you if you have any interest at all, because I just got a text from a buddy who is he lives in San Diego, but he's a diehard Phillies fan. He goes, you guys are going to pull the trigger on Nick Castellanos, essentially. And I go, I just don't know. One of the weirder situations going on in baseball right now, the Phillies have told Nick Castellanos, don't come here on Saturday. When position players are supposed to report Friday or Saturday, don't even bother. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time coming here.
It's a Chucky Lozano situation. You're on the team, but you're not on the team.
Yeah, he's under contract for one more year.
Was he the one whose wife was like going after not Philly fans per se, but she was like posting videos last year like, hey, this is terrible how they've been treating Nick? I thought it was Nick Castellanos.
It might have been his sister,
wife, girlfriend,
if I'm not mistaken. But
I remember there was like some drama though, and they're like, you don't understand.
The drama that came in Philly was he got into it. He got pulled by Rob Thompson late in the game for defense. And he said something to Rob Thompson that warranted a big hubbub. And they had to hash it out. They never really did. The relationship soured quickly. And he became persona non grata with the Philadelphia Phillies. And, I did see Phillies fans yesterday saying, man, didn't have the best year. He is a heart and soul guy, though. You're going to get his best effort. He's a little bit prickly with the media. He's prickly with fans. He can be. But he's a perfect Philly guy. And they said, man, we have like harbored steroid abusers, domestic abusers on this team. But whatever Nick Castellanos has done is a bridge too far. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Is it his behavior or is it his negative 0.8 WAR last year? He did not have a good year. He had a bad year.
What were his offensive numbers?
250, 294 on base percentage, 694 OPS, 17 homers. He's always going to, hit you some bombs, but that's down from 29 in 2023, 23 in 2024, down to 17, down to 72 runs batted in. The walks were down. It was just offensively, his numbers have been sliding. And that was age 33, going to be age 34.
20 million?
I don't think that there's going to be a huge market for Nick Castellanos out there.
And so he texted me. He goes, "Well, you think you guys would make a trade for him?" I go, "Why would anybody trade with the Phillies? You know, you have to let the Phillies
release him,
and
then you pick him up on a minimum, and the Phillies pay the rest of his salary.
Yep.
Yeah, for a team in need of power. Now, where would Nick Castellanos play?
I have no idea. I have no earth.
DH.
But see, Andujar is going to play DH against lefties. So
you just signed Andujar.
Yeah.
You could have him as a fourth outfielder, but then you've got the. Is he going to be happy?
But he's not a good outfielder.
Fourth outfielder who's not a good outfielder who's not getting regular playing time. I don't see a fit with the San Diego Padres.
I really don't either. I think maybe before you signed Andujar, if he was out there for you give him a look.
He was left-handed.
Maybe I would
give him a look. Consider it, but he's not. He's right-handed.
He's not a good defensive outfielder. But yeah, not at $20 million. No chance. And I'm not trading him. I'm not trading anything. Nothing. And who's going to pull the trigger on a guy that you're like, well, he's not coming here, but
you literally told him not to show up.
Will you trade us a prospect for a guy that you told not to come, that we told not to come to spring training? I don't think so. He'll probably just go to LA. They'll find a way to make him work.
He had one phenomenal season. 3.1 WAR even that season, but 34 homers in 2021, 309 average, 939 OPS. Outside of that, he's just an okay player.
Yeah,
he's never been great.
I will be honest with you. If he was here, I would be a little scared to talk to him. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah, I don't see any pathway to San Diego.
I really don't either. I don't either, unless somebody gets hurt or something. But other than that, man, I think it's a really interesting situation that is materializing in Philly right now.
Now, if he were a switch hitter, that might be a different story.
Is he a switch hitter? Someone may think so.
Don't do this is coming up next. Can you
strap in, man? Strap in.
Can you wish someone into being a switch hitter?
Can you speak it into existence?
We were guilty of not remembering that Bryce Johnson was a switch hitter.
We're not general managers.
Yeah.
We're not his boss.
This is a fun one.
We didn't trade for him.
This is a fun one.
Is it fun?
Coming up next on Don't Do This. Stick around. More Ben and Woods coming up after traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Getting close to the weekend. If you're looking for something fun to do, may I suggest a very short trip down the 5 freeway in Chula Vista to 7 Mile Casino. You're going to find San Diego's best card room. And in addition to the cards, so many other options just to have a good time, Woods.
Yeah, man. Everything you're looking for. They got California-style blackjack. They got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow Poker, and Baccarat at 7 Mile Casino, and it's just a short drive down the 5 from Petco Park. It's just 7 minutes.
You can enjoy Sammy's at 7 Mile, not just the regular menu, the 24/7 players menu, but on weekends coming up, Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Voted the best brunch in the South Bay. Check it out on their beautiful patio as the weather hopefully gets a little nicer this weekend. You can look at the views, San Diego Bay, Coronado, the Silver Strand, and you don't have to drive an hour or more and back deep into the East County to find a great card room. It's right there off the 5. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Enjoy it. I enjoyed this story. Probably a little too much. Say what you want about A.J. Preller. Some people love him. Some people don't. I can't see him making this mistake.
I can't.
Good morning, guys.
I can't. Hey, good morning. I can't either.
I mean, anybody can make a mistake.
This is wild.
This is wild.
But this one's pretty crazy. Chris Getz is the general manager of the Chicago White Sox. Made a couple of deals this offseason, including sending one of his stars, Luis Robert Jr., to the New York Mets. Picked up a prospect named Truman Pauly, and the centerpiece of the deal, 23-year-old Luis Angel Acuna, brother of Ronald Acuna. Certainly not the pedigree of his brother, but
few are
a good player. And,
you mean MVP level?
Right.
Yeah, an interesting prospect. Here's where things get kind of weird. Multiple times this offseason. Well, why don't we play the audio first?
We'll tell you what's wrong.
And then we'll tell you what's wrong with it. This is 4 different occasions of Chris Getz talking
White Sox
about
GM,
his new player, Luis Angel Acuna.
Doing scrums, podcast apperances.
He's the GM. He's the one that said yes, rubber stamp, my idea. All right.
You know, he's got a lot of potential. He can play all over the diamond. He's a strong defender, base runner, switch hitter. He can do a lot of different things to help you win.
I want to bring someone in that you're excited about, right? And our evaluations on Acuna are very strong. You know, for the reasons you stated, very strong defensively, switch hitter, He can run. He's got great instincts. To bring in a player that is young, who's got pedigree, he's got bloodlines with his brother, can play all over the field.
Okay.
He's a switch hitter. He's one of the top base runners in the game. For him to have 4 home run nights, obviously that would be fantastic. Yes. This is a guy, his high contact ability, switch hitter. He's got gap-to-gap power, and he's got some home run power there as well.
Okay, so what do we know from Chris Getz about Luis Angel Jr.? He can definitely play
multiple positions.
He has
runs
a
the
brother.
bases. Runs the bases well. He's got a brother. Yeah.
Shares a bloodline with his brother.
Makes some contact, and he's a switch hitter. Except, Chris, he's not. He bats right-handed. Well, maybe he's one of those guys who tried it for many years and maybe decided I'm just better off right-handed.
He's a switch hitter. He's just never actually done it in a game.
No, he's always been a right-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Maybe he only saw him against lefties.
Maybe he was looking in a mirror when he saw him on every time that he got some film of him. Oh, this is in a mirror. It's a mirror.
The video.
They flipped the video, and he's a boomer like me and never realized.
I feel like it must have happened, but do you ever get something in your head that's wrong and you can't get it out?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
all the time.
He's gotten this in his head, and it's wrong, and he cannot.
He said it once. He can't get rid of it, and no one's checked him.
Someone must have corrected him at some point, right?
He's not a switch hitter.
It's not a switch hitter.
Song lyrics. If you hear a song and mishear words, but that's what you thought you heard.
Yeah, it's what you sing.
It's what you sing forever.
Yeah.
I've had friends that the song has been out for 20 years. I'm like, you're singing it wrong.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
It's the wrong lyrics.
Yeah, I had one recently. So bad.
What was it?
I don't even want to say it.
Yeah, you
say
have
it.
to
Now
now.
you have to. You turd. Come on.
It's even one of my favorite bands.
Well, who could that be?
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. What song? Rhiannon?
No.
Dreams.
No.
Go your own way.
Well, the song is called Everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I know that
which
one.
makes it really weird that I thought that that
Christine McVie
was singing I want to be with you if you and me. And not I want to be with you everywhere. Because that's the name of the song.
Wait.
I can't even look at you right now.
You thought
I want to be with you, you and me. What? The song is called Everywhere.
The song is called
I wanna be
Everywhere.
with you
everywhere.
I never heard the word everywhere at all in that song once.
what the hell?
This is recent?
Yeah, I just realized it about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks? What was the catalyst for your realization?
Looking at the song title on my car, and it said Everywhere is the name of the song.
You didn't know it was called Everywhere?
No, not really.
You just knew that song.
I just knew that song. I was gonna go. I wonder why they call the song Everywhere.
I want to
And
be
then
with you and me.
Yeah,
it's not even close, is it?
All right.
it's kind of a good
All right,
lyric.
hang
I
on,
want to be
hang on.
with you and me.
It's not even close. You're not even
That's
close.
all I hear is I want to be with you,
It's
with you
not
and me.
even close. It's not even close. Don't sing over it. Do it again and zip your lip. Turn this mic off. I mean, it's so obvious everywhere.
I think the background microphone back on. I think the background lyrics kind of messed me up or something.
It's so clear.
Huh.
Well, that's a fantastic admission. Thank you for that. I will get to this story. This is a weird one. I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently it is. They were interviewing Phillies pitcher Zach Wheeler yesterday at spring training, and he had thoracic outlet surgery. And in that surgery, they do remove one of your ribs.
Do you get to pick, or is it like a specific one?
I think they picked the rib.
It's one of the bottom ones, right? I think.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
And okay, that's wild. I didn't know that. That's not a don't do this though. The don't do this though is that he told Paul Boucher, the club's head athletic trainer, hey, when they take it out, get it and keep it, preserve it. I'm taking it home with me, and he did.
He
And
took a rib home.
took his rib home, and he says he has it sitting at home in his home. He's got
In
it
like a
in
big
his
jar.
No, in his closet. I don't know what it's in. I don't know what it's
plastic bag, some sort of medical transport.
Is there? Well,
I should have asked for my gangrene gallbladder 7 years ago.
So
Could have it on my mantle.
Is it? Do they clean it off like it's a dinosaur bone, or is there
Yes.
still like meat on it, like a baby back?
I promise you, it just looks like a big giant rib bone that could be from,
So they don't leave any meat on the
No,
bone
there's no
when they
meat
take it out
on the bone.
Well, where's the meat then?
They
Do
shave
leave,
the meat. They make a sandwich with it. I don't know. They
do
clean
they leave
it
the
up.
meat in you without the bone?
No, they
It's
take
like,
it out.
So the meat comes out with the bone.
Now, somebody tweeted yesterday, and it got me. Which Phillies reporter is going to have the stones to ask him the real question? Do you know what the real question is? That rumor?
No.
You've heard of that rumor before? We were in school in the exact same time. You never heard of the Marilyn Manson rumor? Turn your mic off for a second. Make sure.
I know this.
Okay.
I think that's a
myth.
wives' tale.
If it was just one, you'd have to favor that side. But I don't know how much does that give you more. But that's the rumor. That was the rumor. That's not the rumor about Zach Wheeler. Please don't misconstrue.
No, a
That was
thoracic
the-
outlet surgery
Yeah.
is, I mean, not common, but certainly is something that athletes have to alleviate discomfort and pain. I
Yeah.
believe.
You don't remember that rumor when we
I
were
do,
kids?
actually, now that you said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think I ever really gave it a lot of credence.
Did you not?
You know me, I'm skeptical.
That's true. That's true.
Seems to go to a lot of trouble.
But he kept it. So, and then somebody said Bryce Harper's going to be so mad when he finds out because he could have made a bone broth out of it. People are so clever on the internet. It makes me mad and jealous. I'm jealous. I'm green. I don't have envy, but I have envy for comments like that. So good.
Oh, you can make a fortune being Bryce Harper's quack.
100%. Hey, are you sitting down? I got it. I got the next big thing for you. I'm going to dice up shaved orange peel. You're going to rub it up your nose and you're going to be fine. Only going to cost you $15,000. I'll do it for a very small price. It's unbelievable. I want to ask some of the Padres about him and show them pictures of some of the things he did this offseason. In that weird blanket, he got his blood completely transfused. It's unbelievable. Like, what were you guys doing? Here's his commitment. Where's your commitment to this team? Do you still have the same blood that you had in Chicago
I don't
in the
know why,
playoffs?
but I want to talk to Jake Cronenworth.
Oh,
about this.
100%. I want to too. Mhm. I want to too. We got to do this?
Yes, we do.
DD mega doo-doo.
Well, I do. What's Sunday? The NBA All-Star game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's what it is. But they're trying to up the ante this year by, now that it's back on NBC, they will be inviting John Tesh to perform live
Nice.
at the NBA All-Star game with, of course, the NBA on NBC theme, Round Ball Rock.
Brilliant.
Which one of my favorite clips is him. It's at Red Rocks, right? When he does a
Red
show.
Rocks.
And he talks about the origin of how he came up with that while he was he left himself a phone message with the tune when he was trying to come up with a new theme for NBC.
One of the things I've discovered is that there are many different ways to write a song, and the most unusual way came to me when I was in Europe about 4 or 5 years ago. I was trying to write a sports theme, and I did not have a piano in the hotel where I was staying, so I did probably what many of you have done faced with a similar situation. I called my answering machine at home, and I left a message for myself. And although that sounds goofy, what happened was that theme that I sang into the machine is the theme that they play every time the Chicago Bulls crush another basketball team.
This is a message for me. This is a message for me about the NBA theme. Here's an idea. It goes like this.
Fantastic. But he's playing this at the All-Star game live.
He's going to do this live, yeah.
So cool. That is a dude. That might get me to tune in. It's iconic.
It is iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
All right, we're way late. All right, let's Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The
We're only
Fan.
way late for a couple of Throwback Thursday clips, including you love a good origin story.
Yes, you do.
Does anyone remember the first instance of bensplaining?
It's just unbelievable.
Like
on the
literally,
Ben
I think this
program?
was
This is
number
it.
one.
It's number one.
We'll
First
go
time.
back 6 years. for the first Bensplaining.
It's legendary.
Coming up next year with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't forget to listen at 9 a.m. for us to announce today's biggest fan. Chance to qualify for a night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this season with all the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Every day we'll have our name coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. Sammy Levitt will be with us in our next hour from Padres spring training at 8:35. We're also going to play a little real or fake. Chance to qualify for the 9-inch Nails tickets. And we got Aztecs tickets to give away later in the program as well. First, though, on a Throwback Thursday, get to a couple of fun clips from the Ben and Woods Show archives coming up after traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Speeds getting back to normal northbound 5. An accident cleared out of lanes near J Street. Now northbound side of the 805 before H Street. There is a collision involving car and a motorcycle. Appears to be over the left shoulder. Another crash involving a car and a motorcycle up ahead right before University. That has been cleared over to the right shoulder. Speeds on southbound 15 slowly getting back to normal. Crash cleared just past the 76, but now in the backup of that, right before Rainbow Valley, you have reports of a crash involving a car and a big rig there over to the right shoulder. Heads up, San Diego. The next long weekend is coming up. Get road ready now. Valvoline Instant Oil Change gets you in and out fast. No appointment needed. Real pros check lights, fluids, and tires with any oil change. Locations and coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Now, we can't be 100% sure this is the first instance of Ben doing some Ben-splaining. In fact, since you reacted to it, you probably had an idea that I had done it once or twice before. But this is the first time you really pointed it out on the air.
Maybe unsolicited.
It was just so blatant.
It was so blatant, and I'd certainly I've asked Ben questions before.
Well, Ben will say some like fancy French word
and I'll
to
go,
describe
what?
something. You're like, well, what does that mean? I've never heard of
There's
that.
a couple things he said back on the old station I'd never heard of before. I think Occam's razor, but I'm just dumb. Apparently, a lot of people know about that. A couple weird phrases that you used that I was unfamiliar with. Throw the bathwater out with the baby, or the baby out with the
baby out with
I'd
the
never heard that
water.
either.
Right.
I'd never heard that. There was another one I can't remember that you had
Throw
said.
out the baby with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Occam's razor.
Yeah, we still have those. But this was one where you just, I think in your mind, you're like, I'm working with an idiot, so I'm going to need to explain something to him.
You gave Woods less than zero credit.
Well, literally less than zero.
I hate to assume that everybody knows what I'm talking about. I like to be inclusive, and I was just trying to make sure.
I didn't feel included. I felt like a moron.
Sorry. We'll let the clip stand.
Let's go back 6 years ago this week. Padres probably getting ready for pitchers and catchers to report. And Jace Tingler was the incoming new manager.
So, of course, this story then gets legs. You know what I mean by a story getting legs?
Yes.
It adds to the fuel.
You're going to mansplain to Woods?
Are you mansplaining? Woods, do you know when I say a story, what I'm referring to? Yes, I know what it means when it gets legs. Am I a moron?
So Woods, at 6:35, we're going to interview Annie Heilbrunn. It means she's going to be on the phone, and you're going to talk to her and ask her questions.
Oh, okay.
All National Radio Day.
Mansplainer.
It's always good. Everyone, I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page.
I'm on the same page. Legs. Woods, this is what we in the business call legs. All right. I got it.
Wow. So then a short time later, Jace Tingler comes out, new manager of the Padres, his very first season media scrum. They call it. You know what a scrum?
Yes, I know what a scrum is. You can't see he's got his hands up doing the, do you know what a scrum is? The finger quote. I know what a scrum is, for the love of God.
Oh my goodness.
You're unbelievable. Somebody in the chat said you have correctile dysfunction, and it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, Katrina. Correctile dysfunction. It's amazing.
Now, I try not to be overly Like if someone says something, I try to keep it to myself. I don't want to be that guy.
Like what?
Like if I hear someone use a word wrong, I'm not going to jump in and go, actually, it's this. I'm not actually.
Just
guy.
like Woods does it.
You are the living embodiment of well, actually.
I'm not.
The
Yes,
living.
you are.
The meme. You look like the guy that says it.
I definitely over-explain. I will wear that. Ben-splaining is a real thing. But I really try hard not to be well, actually, guy.
I've literally called you well, actually.
Since when have you tried?
Well, I mean,
not to
I
be?
want the show to be accurate,
Right.
And you want the show to be accurate,
Yes.
So if I feel like you would want me to, well, actually, I will jump in sometimes, but that's only with your best interests at heart.
Do you know what it means when a story gets legs? Like I was 7 years old.
You were fairly new to the sports media business back then.
Yes, but I wasn't new to the world. That story's got legs. I get it. You're unbelievable.
The metaphor. Stories don't actually have legs.
Correct.
But
correct.
The metaphor, it can move it on its own.
It runs. Yeah, it can run away fast. It's picking up steam. You know what that means when I say picking up steam. It's so good. Like, yes, I know what it is. Are you kidding? You have to stop down your story. Now, here's the other thing about me that now you know. Maybe you didn't know then. Look, it's identical Ben.
That's Ben.
It's crazy. You know that I will say, wait. You just said that story had legs. What does that mean? Yeah, you know I will do that.
I know that now.
Yeah, now you do. That was a couple years ago. That was so good. That makes me laugh every time.
Oh man.
What's the other one you got, Paulie?
Other one we got some time. Who could remember? Who could forget?
Oh
when
God.
Woods finally put a listener, gave them their opportunity.
I think I finally snapped.
Yeah, this has probably been a couple of years of people calling in. Hey, I can do what you do.
Yep.
Your show
you're
sucks.
terrible.
And we thought, well, let's just.
It's like the comedian's fantasy.
This was an instance of you being a little petty because you knew exactly what would happen. And I'm sure our listener, Daimio,
sweet baby,
probably thought this was going to be his big break.
Yeah.
But Woods, you were confident it was not.
I was. Look, I'll wear it. I was being a jerk, but you can only kick the hornet's nest so many times until you're gonna get stung.
You told him to call in.
I said, look,
the 5:30 segment is yours.
5:30 is yours,
and we gave him a show open and everything.
Yep. All right, everybody. Good morning. It's time for Daimio and Woods. I'm Woods. That's Paul. And joining us on the line remotely today is our friend Daimio. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. I got to give myself a little intro music just for the.
Oh, he's got his own intro music. He's holding up to the phone.
Daimio does it. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Does it.
Hey, who was that? I got to give props. Was that Ben that snuck in that line? If it was 94, that'd be cool.
No, that was me.
I dug that.
That was me. All right, here we go. All right, in 3, 2, 1. The floor is yours, Daimio. Entertain us.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out first of all to SD. This is where I've been born and raised. To be on the radio in SD, and who's ever listening on that Odyssey app, I got people out of state that
sounding good so
early, but they can listen to it later. I think that's awesome.
Okay.
SD, this is where I've grown up, man.
Awesome.
And like you said, it's kind of
fade out.
Baseball.
Still
negotiating that Super Bowl. A lot of people, my brother, a lot of people were really happy with the Rams winning. I, for one, I can't jump on that train, man.
All right.
Hardcore San Diego Chargers fan. I couldn't jump on the LA Chargers. That's just something I couldn't do.
How compelled?
And I wasn't about to switch and be like, now I'm a Rams fan all of a sudden. That's not my deal.
You got like 13 minutes, and let's stop. Let's stop. And so your phone's cutting in and out. So that's, I mean, obviously it would sound different if you're in the studio, number one, right?
Yeah, that's another thing I told my boy. I was like, it's gonna sound like.
Oh, and you can't curse on the radio. So I'm gonna say we should maybe kibosh this because you can't curse. Yeah.
Was your intention to give him the full 13-minute segment?
100%.
If he could carry it.
Oh, dude, who are you talking to? You know damn well I was going to give him the full 13, and I would have let him ramble on about they have like buildings here, and I just couldn't do it. Shout out my brother. I think he's like,
And then you got the Super
shout
Bowl.
out SD, the Super Bowl.
The Rams. My cousin was a
Couldn't
fan.
do it.
I'll give him a pass. The cell phone connection, not his fault.
No, the content,
The
his
rest of
fault.
it, though, was on time.
Harder than it looks, guys. Harder than it looks.
Maybe tomorrow we'll just start the show. Hey, good morning, guys.
Who wants
Shout
it?
out San
Shout
Diego.
out
SD.
Who wants it? Who wants it?
All right, we'll come back as we
That's a good
promised. We're gonna turn down the notch a little bit on the happiness in our next segment, but
Stay here. It's important.
Next on the Fan.
All right, halfway home on a Thursday, Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Appreciate you being here so very much. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, is also here. You know, had a fun show so far. Really, really fun. But you know what? It can also be a serious show at times, and real life happens. Not going to bury our head in the sand. Sometimes we do, but, you know, listen, it's real life happens. A couple things we wanted to cover. Obviously, everybody saw the news yesterday. Shout out to his family. James Vanderbeek passed away, but Paulie's got his jersey on that I bought for him and Ben.
I forgot to bring mine. I'm so mad.
You still have it, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's in the closet. It's autographed.
Yeah, autographed by James Vanderbeek, who passed away yesterday at the age of 48 from colorectal cancer. And he had announced his diagnosis a year or so ago and ran out of money. Right,
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and Paulie did the story on the Reindl Report that he was selling merch to like raise money. So I bought a jersey for you and a jersey for Ben.
Yeah,
and I just remember it took forever. It was forever to get here.
If my memory serves me correctly, we did the story in like October, November.
Yeah, and I was going to bring it for
Christmas gifts, but like we didn't get them until like February of the following year. But yeah, he was selling like Varsity Blues signed gear and stuff.
Was
just try to raise some money for his bills,
for his cancer treatment and bill, which is just, it's so sad. It's so sad to think that that's how it ended. And you don't know. I mean, if he could have afforded better treatment, would he still be here? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know enough about his situation, but saw that news yesterday. Very, very sad.
What was incredible, though, was that even in his last year, he became such an advocate for screening and early detection. And it is so important. You got your colonoscopy recently. I just actually got an email yesterday. It's been 2 years. I've got a new Cologuard coming in the mail.
Oh my God.
Now it's experienced. Hopefully I'll get it right this time.
So you didn't have to actually get the colonoscopy yet.
The doctor said I can wait on that for now.
I wouldn't.
They didn't recommend it. I'm doing what my doctor recommended.
You'll love it.
Don't listen to him. Listen to Woods.
Yeah, don't listen to him. Listen to me. He knows more than I do.
I didn't say I'd prefer one way or the other. They said, based on your history, everything, I think let's do the Cologuard again, and then we can think about the colonoscopy in a couple of years.
I have to go every 5, so I'll be back in a year or two, whenever that was. But yeah, early detection is massive. You want to stay alive. You want to let them catch what they can catch. But yeah, I was real bummed to see that news. Obviously, he was in Dawson's Creek, probably most well known for Dawson's Creek, but he played Jonathan Moxon in Varsity Blues, and he was fantastic in that. And he was in a bunch of TV shows. The thing I liked about him too, they made kind of a point about this yesterday. Didn't take himself too seriously after his kind of Dawson's Creek career. You know, was very willing to make fun of the fact that he was James Vanderbeek.
That's who I am now.
Yeah, like I'm James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek, and did some cameos and stuff. Seemed to be a really good dude. Saw a lot of people tweeting in about, I worked with him on this movie, and like everyone else was a total a-hole. He was so kind and, asked my name and things like that. Seemed like a good human being. At the end of the day.
6 kids.
6 children, man.
48 years old.
48 years old. Makes me, you know how I feel. Makes me sick to my stomach. So I saw that news yesterday. You know how we do it on this show.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Great James Vanderbeek, 48 years old. Shout out to his family. Sad.
Since we're already on the topic of sad,
yes,
we want to give Paulie the floor for a couple of minutes here because he's got something that needs to raise a little awareness for to help out a family that he knows.
Yeah, pretty good segue there. Talking about James Vanderbeek needing to raise some money. I put out on my Instagram story yesterday, now that the GoFundMe is out, a couple of very dear friends of mine are going through like the most unimaginable, horrific experience you could probably draw up. About 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I found out that my friend Peaks, her name is Upeka Haskett, but she goes by Peaks. And I've known Peaks since 2009. A bunch of friends all in the freshman dorms together. And I kind of became friends with that group. And I've known these people for 17 years.
Yep.
Two of them, Greg and Peaks, they ended up getting married, and they have a baby, and they're expecting another baby. And about 2 weeks ago, I guess I still don't really know what happened, but Peaks went into cardiac arrest about 5.5, 6 months into her pregnancy, and like had a heart attack, I guess, and was rushed to the hospital. And for a couple of days, it didn't look like she was going to make it.
Yeah.
They thought at best she was going to lose her leg because of blood clotting.
Wow.
And there was just so many unknowns. Like, how did this happen? She had no history, going to all her regular appointments, and we don't know how or why this happened. They had to have an emergency C-section on baby Lincoln, and he was born 3.5 months early.
Yeah.
And so he's been in NICU critical care the entire time that she has been also in the ICU.
Separated.
Separated. She didn't wake up for like 3 days, I think. When she did wake up and was finally starting to like squeeze hands for yes or no, and starting to kind of figure out, okay, I'm in a hospital. I mean, I was just weeping, thinking about like her waking up and going, I had a baby in me. Like, where is my baby?
What's happening?
And so he's fighting and she's fighting, and she's at least on a more stable situation right now. They've moved her down a floor from ICU to kind of one level below that. The problem with her is, like I said, she's got blood clotting in her leg. They don't know if they're going to be able to save her leg, or at least her lower leg. She has heart issues and brain issues now, and blood clotting. Anyway, there's so many things wrong that I was told she has to have like a team of 5+ specialists and doctors that all have to be on the same page, and they have to meet and discuss all of these procedures, because doing something to the leg could cause too much stress on the heart.
Sure.
Doing something to the heart could cause more clotting on the leg. Like, it's all connected. They have to all sign off and be like, okay, this is how we're going to do this. So she is very much not out of the woods. And she's continuing to fight. This every day since this happened. I found out the night before Fan Fest, and I told you guys that morning, like I've been a wreck.
Terrible
all
night. Yeah.
And I thought about my buddy Greg, who I like played basketball with for 20 years almost now, and have known him forever. And I'm going,
that's the husband.
That's it. My buddy who's the husband. And I go, he's already got another child to worry about, 3 or 4 year old baby. And he's got his new baby and his wife, and he doesn't know if either of them are going to make it.
Yeah.
And I go, I cannot imagine that pain and suffering that he's going through, and all of them, their whole family. So long way to say, they've put out a GoFundMe now. One of my friends, Victoria, put that together for them, I think. And they are just the most down to earth. They said they didn't want to impose.
They seem lovely.
They're the best.
Met them at your engagement party many years ago, and they just seem like a lovely family. And
they didn't want to put out any ask
they had
for
no
help.
Yeah, they did not want this.
The hospital's like, if there's anybody that can help, you should probably take it. I couldn't even wrap my head around like what their bills are going to look like when it's all said and done. 24 hours ago, they put out the GoFundMe, and I think they had a goal of $25,000. That is not the full goal.
No,
that is a small drop in the bucket. I am happy to admit, as I refresh the GoFundMe, they've already raised almost $30,000.
Amazing.
But
see what else we can do.
If anybody out there is interested in helping, you can go onto my Instagram story. I'm going to post it here in the YouTube chat as well. I remember telling the friends of the family, I just said, look, I don't know what to do. I feel helpless, but we do have a platform, and the tier ones are the best audience in radio audience in America right now. So if you guys can help, that would be great. Even just sending out positive energy to Peaks and Greg and their whole family, baby Lincoln, everybody. I would appreciate that. I at 35, I mean, again, we met in the dorms. They're the same age as me. One of my buddies, who's related to them, him and his wife are pregnant as well. They were a week apart.
Yeah.
Like, they were at the same stage. And he goes, I can't wrap
your head around
this. And I go, cardiac arrest and losing your leg. I'm like, what? She's 35 years old.
Makes no sense.
What is happening?
And it definitely puts things in perspective, perspective is always key.
And while health is obviously the most important thing, the sad truth is medical debt is the number one cause of bankruptcy in the United States. And it doesn't matter who you are. You can be a successful 90s TV actor, but, if you're past employment or you're like, a contracted employee and you don't have day-to-day healthcare insurance, bills can quickly rise into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And very few people have the means to support that. And you can say, well, hospitals should charge less. Well, you don't want doctors to not become doctors. You don't want medical technology not to advance because the hospitals can't afford to treat the patient.
Got to be a better way.
You wish and somehow there could be a better way to do this. But I feel it's just awful for your friends, Paulie. That's just such a sad story.
Yeah. I made a joke earlier about my gallbladder surgery, 7-8 years ago or whatever. That was still a first wake up for me as far as like the healthcare system. Because I was a fairly healthy kid. I didn't really have any surgeries or any medical issues growing up. And then I had that surgery. I was in the hospital for like 3 days afterwards, recovering and all that. It's a little, 2-inch scar on my chest, 3 days in the hospital, fairly routine procedure, all things considered. The bill was like over $80,000. Now, I had insurance. I got that taken care of, thank God. But that was a very routine, pretty standard procedure that cost $80,000. I go, what? I mean, what could you even be looking at here for my friends? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's unimaginable, to be going through that right now. And then knowing that's what awaits you. When you're done is the hardest part.
Let alone the physical therapy, the rehab, the recovery.
At this point, obviously prayers for everyone involved, that everybody pulls through. But just a horrific, it's a horrific story. I feel so bad for them. And, of course, you, Paulie, it's hard. And, again, I'm so glad we have this platform to be able to do things like that. And then my just little addendum here is that I'm just promoting, I guess it's a weird word to say, but my men's mental health group is going to be on Saturday at 11 a.m. Timing is impeccable, I do believe. It's heavy. Everything's heavy right now, and it has been for a while. And a lot of men are afraid to talk about what's going on with them. This is a judgment-free zone. You come in, you sit down, you don't have to say a word. You can just listen. But it's a bunch of like-minded people in there that want to just be a little bit better. Husbands, fathers, brothers, sisters, or brothers, whatever it may be. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing to see the stories of the people that are in there. So it's going to be Saturday at 11 a.m., Lost Abbey Sanctuary, which is 1215 San Alejo Road in San Marcos. So 11 a.m. this Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Heavy stuff,
Benny.
Got to deal with. All right. Well, as promised, that wasn't going to be the most uplifting and lighthearted segment of the day.
We got to do those every once in a while.
Important, nonetheless, to acknowledge things that are happening in the real world. And if people can help, that is always appreciated. All right, let's take a time out. We'll
tweet the link too if you can.
Yeah, get things kind of restarted when we come back. We can play a game of real or fake. Chance to qualify a listener for the concert tickets to 9 Inch Nails coming to Pechanga Arena. If you want to play our Throwback Thursday game, you can call now 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973, and then we'll head out to Peoria, Arizona, where Sam Levitt is standing by. He's already reported a couple of new arrivals at camp today. Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr. in a couple of days early ahead of the Saturday official report date. A lot of position players already there under new manager Craig Stammen. We will talk with Sam Levitt coming up at the bottom of the hour. Up next, though, a little real or fake with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you about the great work that they're doing over at EcoWater. My morning ritual now is to get up and just crush as much EcoWater as I can right when I wake up. It is kind of a wake-up call for the day, sharpens your focus, make sure everything runs beautifully smooth. Have eliminated the plastic bottles in our home. Bodies already have enough microplastics in them. We're constantly taking in more through the single-use plastic. You deserve better. Your family deserves better. EcoWater SoCal brings the soft life right to your kitchen sink with mineral-rich alkaline water. Balances your pH, fuels your body with filtered luxury. No plastics, guys. No poison. Just satisfaction every single time. Obviously, I think and talk about my family a lot. This is for their future as well. Call 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or you can go to ecowatersocal.com. When they ask who sent you, let them know. My old pal Woodsy sent me. Not everything in life should be hard. Life is hard enough. Think your water's soft, at least, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. It's EcoWater.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Self here. It was pointed out that the report date for players who are participating in the WBC is today, so Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. are not early.
Right on time,
right
though.
on time.
On time is important.
Right on time.
Good job, guys, being on time.
Apparently, Fernando had a bit of a detour.
He
through
did.
the sand dunes
Okay,
outside
I missed
of Yuma
this. You were telling us about it.
on the way to Peoria.
Well, he did what we always talk about doing, is except he wasn't riding a dirt bike or anything out there, so don't flip out. He did run to the top of one of the dunes and then run down really fast, and it was
called training.
I know what you're doing in 1.5 weeks.
No! All right.
We're going to actually
so
pull
much
over.
sand in your shoes.
We're going to have to do it. Then I got to drive the rest of that drive sandy as hell, knowing I'm going to trip and fall.
Hot, burnt feet.
Sandy, burnt feet. You're doing it with me. I don't know what you're laughing at. Yeah. The hell are you laughing
cars. You're going to be so far ahead of me.
No,
it's not gonna
I'll
matter.
wait for you.
I'll stay right on your wing like Cougar.
So we need to pick some sort of restaurant in Yuma that has a good bathroom where we can de-sandify.
Funny,
Another
you should say
idea
that.
that I had, that Paulie and I had one time.
This was just recently when driving out to fantasy camp.
We were thinking about things that we could get you to do.
As we often do.
As we often do. How much for you to take a shower at a truck stop?
We stopped at a Love's gas station in Yuma, and we were paying for like our Gatorades or whatever. And the guy
And ours in, be honest.
the guy in front of us goes, "And I'll take a shower.
I'll take
and
this,
he's got
this, and a shower." And we're
flip-flops,
like,
he just like,
let's doing it.
they're like,
How
all
much
right,
does it cost?
I don't
think it's
know.
$7, $8. And I go, do you think Ben
Would he do it?
would he show up in flip flops and board shorts? and a
If this
towel.
I don't know. If it was like a Buc-ee's, I'd almost be excited about it.
Yeah,
I've heard that they're like the cleanest bathrooms.
They're
in-
it's
They're building
awesome.
a
on
Buc-ee's.
planet Earth. I don't know that Love's in Yuma, Arizona. It's quite the
That
place
makes
that
it
I wanna
better.
make my first
All
truck,
right,
truck stop shower.
we'll try. We'll see. We'll survey the thing. We wanted some good viral content. There it is. That may beat Mud and Dawn. You in the shower at Love's may beat it. May beat it. All right.
Just don't think I'd fit in with the clientele very well.
Maybe.
but-
You never know. Hey, Frenchie says, I'm sure you guys have said it multiple times. We have. But when will you be out at spring training? We leave on the 22nd, and we will be live on the air the 23rd, 24th,
Week from
25th.
Monday.
Yeah, week from Monday.
All right, we've got some contestants on the line. Let's get to today's game. It is time to play a little real or fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
9 Inch Nails tickets on the line for our contestant. Is this Jason?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jason. You are ready to play a little real or fake?
Absolutely.
All right, here's how it works. If you can get 4 out of 7 right in today's category, you will qualify for the 9 Inch Nails grand prize drawing at the end of the week. They're coming to Pechanga Arena on March 9th. It, of course, real or fake, brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And today we've got, in honor of James Vanderbeek and Varsity Blues, football movies are the theme of today's game of real or fake. Should be fairly a good one for Woods to help you out on, Jason. Rotten Tomatoes has ranked 61 of the biggest football movies of all time.
Okay.
I'll give you a title. You just have to tell me if it's a real football movie from the list or a fake I have made up for our game.
Sounds
And
good.
Believe me, you're not getting Any Given Sunday. These are a little more
The longest yard.
These are a little deeper down on the list.
Water
Jason,
Boy.
are you ready to play a little football movie, real or fake?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Round 1. Monday Night Mayhem. Real or fake, Jason?
Fake.
2002, starring John Turturro as Howard Cosell on the broadcast team of Monday Night Football. You remember
Monday
that
night,
one?
no.
Woods?
Monday
Sign
night
me up.
Mayhem.
Monday Night Mayhem. I know, it sounded good. I totally missed
I'll
that
watch
one.
anything with John Turturro. in
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Him as Cosell. All right.
Oh for 1. Let's go to round
I'm
number
not seeing it,
I
but
don't
I
see it,
want
but
to
I'm-
see this
I'm in.
now.
Let's go round number 2. The Uprights. Real or fake? The Uprights.
Real.
Fake.
Oh.
All right. No, we've had comebacks before in
Yeah,
this game.
you're all
I
right.
just made that one. I don't know. What would that be about? A family of kickers. Mr.
Yeah.
The Uprights.
The uprights. So good.
All right. Here we go. Round number 3. We can do this. The 5th quarter. Real or fake?
Fifth quarter. Fake.
That one's real. 2011,
Oh,
starring
all right.
Aiden Quinn
Hey.
and
All right, Jason. Now
Andy
we need to come back.
McDowell.
Oh, Andy McDowell's in it. So you know it's good.
I didn't know there was a football movie with Andy McDowell.
God.
Got to add it to my list.
She's in a
All right.
sports movie. Wow.
We are in trouble here, Jason. You need to go 4 for 4 all the way through.
They're
All
going to film a movie about this
right.
comeback,
All right, here
Jason.
we go. Round number 4. Gridiron Gang. Real or fake? Gridiron Gang. Jason, you can ask
Real.
Woods for help.
Real, yes.
2006, starring The Rock. All right, round number 5. Semi-tough. Real or fake, Jason? Semi-tough. Real or fake?
I might need a head on that one.
I think that's real.
He thinks
I
it's
think
real.
it's real.
Jason?
I'm pretty confident.
I'll go with real.
It is. 1977, starring Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
All right, we're getting close here. That's 2. You need 2 more
Come
to
on.
complete the comeback. Round number 6. Cleats. Real or fake? Cleats.
That sounds fake. I don't know.
It does sound fake.
I'm going to go fake.
Fake.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
here
here
we
man.
go.
How
Gets
does
to
this
round
happen
7.
every time?
Nicely done again. All right, for all the marbles. Round number 7. My All-American. Real or fake? My All-American, Jason. Real or fake football movie for the win?
My All-American. Sounds pretty real.
Real. I think it is.
I'm going to go with real.
Let's go.
Real is the answer.
Come on.
Ollie!
Boom!
2015, starring Aaron Eckhart, and with the 4 for 4 I'm back. Jason has done it.
Never
you
say die.
qualified for the
That
tickets
was
to Nine Inch
incredible.
Nails. Hang on the line. Nicely
Never
done.
say die.
Paulie will get your information during our break. Ooh, that was dramatic.
Wow, really? My heart is racing. That's
I have
unbelievable.
seen
can't believe
none
that.
of those 5 real movies.
I haven't either.
Maybe semi-tough a long time ago with Burt Reynolds.
I remember Gridiron Gang came out, and I knew
Yeah, I
The
remember that
Rock.
too.
I just remember like seeing the poster or something for it.
What were the other ones you had?
Monday
Oh.
Night Mayhem, which I want to see now.
No, we
The
did all
fifth
7. That's right.
Yeah, and My All American. Those are all 7.
All right, good. I love football movies. North Dallas 40. Woo, that's a good football movie. If you haven't seen that one, very
What was
sexy.
the longest yard? Then there was the remake with Adam Sandler.
It was pretty
too.
good. It wasn't that
fine.
bad.
It was funny.
Yeah,
I liked Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty
gets killed and comes back as the
The Program, horrible movie, but I love it. Anytime it's on, I watch The Program. I think it's so great.
I think The Replacements probably falls into that category.
Replacements
It's not
is
a great movie,
Yeah,
but
I love it.
I love it.
I love it too. Any Given Sunday was horrible, but I loved every second of it.
And Varsity Blues was not
Varsity
considered
Blues was
a
great.
critical success, but it's a pretty enjoyable movie.
Very
I'm a Remember the
enjoyable.
Titans guy.
Oh yeah,
Huge fan.
fantastic movie. Yeah, football movies play.
Is Jerry Maguire a football movie?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I do.
I don't
I
think
do.
it's
It's
a
his
football
main
movie.
client.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's an agent movie. Just that happens to be football. Draft Day.
Brilliant. Great film.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Bo Callahan. Nobody went to his birthday party. It's a huge deal. huge deal. That's great. Wildcats. Oh, Dominic, what
Goldie
a
Hawn.
goal. Oh,
Goldie
my God.
Hawn.
That movie is so effing good. It's not even funny. From like 1983.
Yeah.
It is so good. Friday Night Lights. Elite football movie. Yeah. Football really played.
You didn't watch the show, just the movie?
No, just the movie. With Billy
a lot
Bob.
of similarities.
Billy Bob
It was
in it.
weird. They had like some of the same characters from the movie became the same characters in the show.
It was a real story. That's why.
Well, no. Like the actors were the same, but like they played different characters. Like the same actor.
Oh, they were
From
an
the
actor.
they were in the
did one
movie and they were
character
in the
movie,
show.
but a different character in the show.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Oh, that is weird
Yeah.
as hell.
Connie Britton was the wife.
The wife.
Both in the show and the movie, but
That
then
makes sense.
the main like booster guy, Buddy Garrity in the show.
Yeah.
In the movie, he was just the guy that like drove by the car. He's like, "Hey, you got to beat him." Like
Hey,
he's
we gonna
walking
win
into the grocery
steak?
store. You gonna win steak, coach?
Yeah, we're gonna win steak. Hey, you better get it done.
Yeah.
Makes me sick
So
every
that
time I
guy-
see that movie.
that
I hate
guy-
those guys.
He had 2 lines in the movie.
Yeah.
He's like a main character in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, now I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Coach, how you doing? We gonna win steak?
I hope
yeah,
so.
I sure hope so. Well, you better.
Well, there's
Get it done.
There's that phenomenon where when they remake something, they'll bring the actors back from the first movie in like a different role,
cameos.
like James Garner in Maverick when
Mhm.
it was Mel
Mel
Gibson in
Gibson.
the second one, but they brought him back in a different role and stuff. So
We Are Marshall. Incredible, but can't watch it again. I saw it once, and I go, I can't watch this again. It's so heart wrenching or gut wrenching. It's just incredible.
all right,
Yeah.
Jason, Paulie will get your information. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll head out to Peoria, Arizona, again with Sammy Levitt on what's going on right now with AJ Preller, set to address the media in less than an hour. That's all coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to talk about SDFatLoss.com and why the program works so well for me. I had done other weight loss programs in the past, and I'm not going to lie, I lost weight. Eating those bars, like 3 or 4 replacement bars as meals instead of regular meals a day. And then at the end of my weight loss, I got back on real food and the weight kind of just trickled back on. And after about a year, I was pretty much back to where I was before. But with SDFatLoss.com, I ate real food to lose the weight, which made it so much easier to keep the weight off. In fact, I've now gone on 2.5 years, keeping the entire 40 pounds I lost off in just 60 days. Losing weight fast but sustainably is the way to go with SDFatLoss.com. No exercise necessary and no injections with those potential side effects as well. If you want to find out how the program can work for you, set up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. Join me, join Ello, Scraby, Tony Gwynn Jr., John Flint down the hall, and tons of tier ones who have lost so much weight, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days. And right now, month of February, get $200 off when you sign up at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods. More Dodgers news just in. The L.A. Dodgers have agreed to terms with infielder Max Muncy on a one-year contract extension. This is for next year. He's already signed for this year. He'll get either $7 million plus a $3 million buyout or $7 million plus a $10 million club option. So either $10 million guaranteed or $17 million for Max Muncy to remain in Dodger blue.
You hate to see the number one third baseman in baseball, according to the Shredder, or number two, I believe.
Okay, you told us this yesterday. I didn't
believe
believe that.
right.
Go look it up. Go look it up. They had it. I tweeted it out when it happened. I said, "This is
one third baseman.
Number
one
one
or number two."
And he hits some home runs.
He's the worst defensive third baseman I've ever seen.
I mean, I don't know why he's giving the Dodgers such a deal. He should have signed like $400 million contract. He's let him off the hook for $7 million.
I was just going to say, what kind of cuckoldry is that? You're like, oh, I'm, yeah, just whatever you guys want to give me, I'll take. Number two on the Shredder, I believe. That was like a week or so ago.
But again, with luxury tax, we're talking 20.
He doesn't get that money.
Plus. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't get that money. So, hey, man. How the rich stay rich, I guess.
All right, we got Sammy Levitt standing by. We will head out to Peoria, Arizona, right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This President's Day traffic report is brought to you by local and veteran-owned Manny Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Well, double trouble on southbound 15 in the North County. Crash near Mission Road in the fast lane. Then up ahead before the 76, a crash blocking the fast lane. Also, Poway Road on-ramp to northbound 15. We have reports of a stalled vehicle. Eastbound 78 just past Nordall Road. Accident blocking that right lane. JFK said things are made to happen at Sedano Ford. Manny and his team make it happen with a 2025 Bronco Sport for $372 a month and $1 down. Shop San Diego's premier veteran-owned dealer. For more details about these offers, head to SedanoFord.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Time now for spring training, Sammy. All of our coverage from Peoria, Arizona, presented by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And an exciting morning. Sam Levitt, AJ Preller, set to make his first appearance here in just about 30 minutes.
Yes, and for your YouTube viewers, you can see I've actually flipped around my camera today, and now we can see the facility here, and I see AJ Preller right there. So if you want to ask AJ any questions, I could call him over, see how that goes. Yes,
do that right now.
We will hear from AJ Preller a little bit later in the morning, along with Craig Stammen. Other little pieces of news. Manny Machado is here. Fernando Tatis Jr. is here. So we're getting to a point where most of, if not all, I'd really have to sit down and think about it, of the quote-unquote major guys are in the building. So everybody here pretty early and ready to go. Manny and Fernando showing up today.
I'm trying to think who's not there. Xander?
No, Xander's there.
He is there.
He's been there for a few days.
Go around the diamond. Both catchers are here. Sheets is here.
Laureano's there.
Here. Bogarts, Laureano's here. Merrill's here.
All the starters.
Yeah.
Is Will Wagner there, or does he not
Will
care
Wagner
about
is
baseball?
here.
Okay, all right,
I've
good.
seen Will Wagner.
Okay.
By the way, yes, how about that? So for some of the fans that when I put out my post saying, hey, these guys are here the first day I'm here, and that was not a commentary on who's not here. Well, guys like Manny and Fernando still are plenty early before a full squad workout.
Well, actually, we found out today they had to report because of the WBC.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we
2
found
days
that
early.
out today, too. So we were like, oh, good for them.
You know what, I did not consider that nor hear that. Okay, well, whatever.
Listen, they're on time. They're on time, and that's all that matters to me.
So, Sammy, do you have any questions in mind for AJ Preller? I have no doubt that someone is going to once again ask him about his own contract status. I would think that AJ has a well-canned answer at this point about why he hasn't signed an extension. And while I have been playing the stop panicking, everything I've heard, it's going to get done, this is mostly on AJ card, at some point he does actually have to do it, or even I'm going to go, okay, what's going on here? At some point, why hasn't this happened yet?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to do anything.
True.
Look, I'm not going to be the one to ask, and I'm sure he'll get asked again, and I'm sure it'll be a very similar answer to what we heard a week and a half ago at FanFest. I mean, from my perspective, I'm more focused on and curious right now just about this roster, right? And we've seen a number of these free agent pitchers come off the board the last handful of days. Look, you would have thought that the Padres would be interested in signing some of these guys. Obviously, maybe the price points are a little bit high for where they're at payroll-wise, but I still would be surprised if we get through the next few weeks without, from a starting pitching standpoint, especially having a couple of other names in the mix here for the back end of the rotation. So I'm more curious about that. I don't think we're going to get any major info on his contract status and the extension and stuff like that. And quite frankly, I don't know that we're going to get a ton of information on the free agents that are still out there either. But we'll see what AJ gives us today as he speaks.
Spring training Sammy joins us live from Peoria, Arizona, as he does every single day. Sammy, what else from yesterday was tickling your fancy?
Yeah, well, just to go back to the pitching part of it, I thought the answer from Craig Stammen yesterday regarding the back end of the rotation was interesting in the sense of Randy Vasquez. Now, I think for a lot of us, and I think you guys too, I put Randy as pretty much a sure thing in this rotation.
Yeah.
To me, he is the 4 on this team. Now, Craig did not put him in the grouping of King, Musgrove, and Pivetta. He said Randy's got an inside track. He also mentioned some of the numbers with Randy and some of the things, that have stood out with him. And, in the sense of some of the underlying metrics are never great, but you look up and he's pretty good at preventing runs, and he ends up with an ERA under 4 last year, which in the big leagues for a number 4, number 5 starter is something you'll take on most teams. So Inside track was the word that Craig Stammen used, but did not guarantee it. So, for Randy Vasquez in particular, I just feel like he still needs to show up here and have a good spring. And look, I'm pretty confident in saying he's going to be in this rotation at the start. Maybe I say that just because you kind of look around the other options, and I don't see how other guys would beat him out, even if they have wonderful springs. But to me, it's pretty clear at the top of the rotation with those three. And then I do think they're still treating Randy Vasquez as kind of a guy that has to show up and do a good job and has to continue to pitch well to probably keep his spot in the rotation, both here in spring and as the season rolls along.
Woods and I discussed it a little bit yesterday. I think Randy Vasquez is almost as much of a lock as the first three guys.
I do too.
But last year at spring, he didn't show up exactly the way they wanted him to. So they're kind of carrot and sticking Randy a little bit more than maybe a veteran guy who's already more established. They know he's going to be a starter, but they want him to keep motivated and keep working the way that they think they need him to keep working.
Yep. I think with Randy, the sense not only over the last couple of days, but even going back to last year, I think the sense I have with him is that they do feel like there's more in there. Now, Randy gets outs. He does. He is, to me, definitively proved he can get outs to the major league level, but it does feel like they feel like there's more in there.
Yeah, big time.
So good. That's good, because I think who he currently is, on a lot of teams and a lot of rotations, you can roll with that for a number 4, number 5 spot. But I'm with you. To me, he's close to a lock, but they're not going out to that level yet and saying that about him.
What's the schedule today, Sammy? So you got AJ Preller is going to speak in a little bit. Craig Stammen's going to do his daily media. What else? What else is on the agenda?
Yeah, we'll have some live BPs later. I'll also say that, even though Fernando and Manny are here, we haven't had a ton of, and I think I told you guys, the start of spring training, I like to slow play the interviews a little bit. Okay, it's, to me, my first conversation with guys shouldn't be me asking them for an on-camera interview. I kind of like to, slow play it a little bit more. But we have not had a ton of guys talk generally to the media yet. No Manny today, no Fernando today. We will have that stuff, I'm sure, as the next few days go along. Today, speaking of Randy Vasquez, he'll have a live BP, so we'll have some good video from that. I'm sure some of the major league guys will face Randy, JP Sears. Tristan McKenzie's going to throw a live BP. And look, those two guys, Sears and I'll say McKenzie as well, those are guys that are certainly right now going to compete for that final spot in the rotation. So they have live BPs today, and I presume we'll see our first action on the backfields from guys like Manny and Fernando, which is always good content, but very early still here in spring, the first few days. So not anything crazy going on, but I'm sure things will, from a content and an interview and soundbite standpoint, over the next few days into the weekend, I'm sure it's going to pick up quite a bit.
No, Sammy, I want to praise you because building rapport can be a lost art. Now, if it were up to Adam, you would tweet out 42 player interviews in about 15 minutes on your first day with every single person out there. But I don't think that's the best strategy. I like how you're playing it. Get them comfortable. And then when the time is right, you find the right moment and you get better work. You get better comments. You get a better interview.
Yeah, it's reading a room. And I also think, at least for me, I ask these guys for interviews a lot during the season. I go up to them a lot, more than I actually do with them. So, it is February 12th. You gotta, in my opinion, you gotta slow play it a little bit. And also, I will say, just and I actually texted Adam a little bit earlier, said, hey, not a lot of player stuff yet. We'll have some stuff later. It's funny, when I get to spring training, I almost feel like this pressure of, I've got to put stuff out. I've got to put stuff out. Now I do plenty of video stuff on the backfields, which is, to me, another big reason I'm here is to put out just the video stuff, especially this early in spring training. But that stuff will come. Manny and Fernando and all these guys, they will talk generally to the media at some point. And to me, that's kind of the entry for the year onto a lot of these guys.
Yeah, you ever hear the story of the bulls at the top of the hill, and the young bull says something to the old bull, and the old bull says, let's just walk down there and blank them all. You know that story, don't you? I'll tell you when we turn the mics on. It's not for air, but yeah, you got to
The bulls and the cows.
yeah,
and
you take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. You don't run down there, get them all on the same day. Just walk down there. Okay.
Sammy, thank you very
Incredible.
much. We'll have more coverage throughout the day,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
grill AJ. I see him back there. He looks ready to be questioned. So do your
Morning,
due
guys.
diligence.
Morning.
Yeah, we'll see what we get out of AJ today. So
There he
it'll be
is.
interesting. We'll have video up, and I'm sure stuff for you guys to play here shortly.
Sammy,
Thank you, Sammy.
Spring Training
All right, see
Sammy,
you guys.
presented by David P. Shapiro, Criminal Defense Attorneys, with great coverage. And I love the slow playing.
Got to have it.
Plus, you got to keep Adam waiting a little bit. on some of this stuff.
to.
Do you do everything
Let
right
Sammy
away?
read the
What-
room. Adam
what
doesn't
do you
read
do
the
the
room.
next month and a half if you've interviewed
What if you
everybody?
get 7 guys in the
Yeah.
first day? You're like, what am I doing here? No, you got to stretch it out.
Yes.
Yeah, make it last.
Can't work too hard the first couple of days.
Yeah, we're not going to
Pace
run.
yourself.
We're not going to run down there. We're going to walk down there.
All right, we've got plenty to get to in our final hour, including our biggest fan. We got some Aztecs basketball tickets to give away, and Paulie, I believe, with some SDSU topics in our Reindl Report, all coming up next.
Ooh, and we're going to talk about pie.
Oh,
pie.
yes.
I love pie. On San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Our thanks again to Sam Levitt. Hard at work as always, but smart at work too.
Is Adam really busting his chops about the content?
There's no way.
He's not.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I wish there was more, but what can I do?
I mean, if you weren't going to post anything, we could have sent you out this weekend. Saved 3 nights.
I don't know. Maybe.
Sammy's doing an excellent job.
Always does.
He's just keeping the interviews on the back burner.
As he
for now.
should. As he should.
Poor Sammy. He texted us. He's like, hey, sorry, guys. It's a little slow. I'm like, Sammy, half the team's not there. It's, of course,
Don't
it's
worry.
always slow.
They're just getting settled in.
It's okay.
Adam's in the chat. Come on.
Come on. Sam is the best. He does an excellent job. Okay. Yeah.
I agree, Adam.
Maybe don't bust his ball so much then.
I think we're inventing the.
I mean, Sammy didn't just make up that
ball-busting,
story
but
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. Before we get to Paulie's Reindl Report headlines, it is time for our biggest fan announcement. Again, if you hear your name, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973. Qualify for that grand prize, 20 tickets, you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey suite at a Padres game this season with the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. This morning's biggest fan, Alfredo Olivares from Escondido. Alfredo Olivares from Escondido. You are now on the clock, 833-288-0973. Good luck. Everybody else, register your name at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Paulie, if you would. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Happy Thursday, I think it is.
Yes.
Happy Thursday, gentlemen. 2 stories for you today because, well, if you go to like ESPN, which is the #1 sports site that I go to, and they got the headlines right there on along the right side of the page. They're all very like depressing and not positive.
I wouldn't mind a
stories.
Winter Olympics update. I can help you out with that if you
We
want to
could
do
start
that.
there.
on
I mean,
the
I'm looking
second
at
one.
like
all right. You want to start
this
there?
guy
Here's a good
left
story.
the
This
Olympics
is-
for a protest.
Okay, so this is a Reindl Report-esque story from the Winter Olympics.
Okay,
Stealing your thunder here, but
please do.
did you watch any Winter Olympics yesterday?
Yeah. Some.
What'd you see?
Curling again.
Curling again.
I
Watched Jordan Stolz, the Olympic speed skater from
We
the
had some
United
ice skating
States,
on.
win gold and set the Olympic record. He's gonna be one of the big names. He can win 3 more golds. He's gonna be a favorite.
I watched cross country skiing.
I
For
watched
a, few
a little
minutes,
biathlon.
and I go, "Who's watching this? This is boring.
I saw
this is so boring."
So Sweden played Italy in ice hockey, men's ice hockey. And what was interesting about that is Sweden is all NHL players because Sweden's a huge NHL country. Italy is only in because they're hosting. They don't have a single NHL player. They're like amateurs and plumbers and stuff. And it was close.
Really?
Into the third period. It was like 3-2. They were down 1. It was tied for a lot of
They
the
gave up
match.
2 goals against Italy?
And then Sweden ended up winning it 5-2. But Italy gave them a run for their money considering they were vastly outgunned in that one. But the one that kind of got me, and I don't even understand how it works. So the big U.S. favorites in the ice dancing competition,
My wife is
Madison
furious.
Chalk and
Furious.
Evan Bates,
Furious.
were upset by this French duo in the final of ice dancing. So France won gold and the U.S. won silver. I have no idea, though, how they can possibly judge ice dancing, like objectively in terms of a score. It's dancing. It's artistry. It's art. It's like picking what's your favorite song over another song. Yeah, you can say this song's maybe a little technically better than the other one, but what everyone was outraged kind of by was that the U.S. team won every competition like leading up to the Olympics for the last 3 years. They were the dominant team. And they turned in like their best performance.
Yep.
But for some reason, they just decided in the Olympics that the France team was better this time. How do you possibly judge a thing like ice dancing?
It was, it's same with calling fouls in basketball, same with calling penalties in football. It's all objective.
It's so objective, though. I thought their performance was cool. They did a flamenco version of the Rolling Stones' Paint It Black, where he was like a bull and she was the matador. And that was awesome. The theme. It was pretty cool, actually, but they didn't win. They got silver.
My wife was livid. Livid. She kept saying, we got robbed. All right. Don't worry about me. I'm in here with my cards. Leave me be, please.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm in here with my cards. Leave me alone.
All right. Well, thank you for the Olympics update, Benny.
You're welcome.
We will continue on. College football, not really going on right now, but the Aztecs did announce their schedule for the 2026 season, their inaugural season in the new Pac-12. And let me put it up here in the chat if you guys want to follow
There's
along.
a weird twist.
There is a weird twist.
Very weird twist.
So it starts out September 5th. They will host Portland State. Then they go on the road to UCLA. San Diego State will welcome James Madison to Snapdragon Stadium on September 19th.
Playoff team.
Then they play Toledo on the road.
Those are the 4 non-conference games.
Correct.
And then you've got, 8 games left, right? But there's only 8 teams in the conference, which means that's only 7 opponents. So what do you
play with yourself?
What do you do with that last game?
You play with yourself.
Black versus red scrimmage.
Yeah.
We
Keep
will
in touch
start
with yourself, as Mud says.
Yes. We start October 3rd. They will host Texas State. Then they go on the road to Oregon State. And then it says they host the team up north. That would be the Fresno State Bulldogs.
It's a Sean Lewis bit, like Ohio doesn't say Michigan and Michigan doesn't say Ohio. They've decided they're not saying the word Fresno anymore. I think it's a little forced, but
yeah.
All right.
I agree.
I mean, they're trying something. The team up north.
I read it in the press release.
Fresno.
And I go, is that a thing?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
I'm dead serious.
Fresno State.
They won't say
the
Fresno.
Team up north.
But they're the
Fresno
team up
State.
north.
Not UCLA or USC.
No, it's Fresno.
Fresno State.
But they battle for the old oil can.
Yes.
And they won the old oil can last year.
They did.
And now they get to host the team up north and try to retain possession of the old oil can.
And it doesn't even show the Fresno State helmet in their graphic. It shows the oil can trophy.
Yeah.
After that, the Aztecs will go on the road to Colorado State. Then they will host the team up norther Washington State. Utah State coming to town, and then Boise State. And then November 28th just says flex
game. So the last game of the season, because they don't have enough conference opponents, they're keeping it open, and they're going to schedule you against a team you've already played. Now, tentatively, the Aztecs are scheduled to play the team up north again. This time they go up to Fresno for that game. But if the conference decides that, we could get into the playoff if we have a stronger strength of schedule, they can, reorganize the matchups to give their team a better chance to make the playoffs in that last week. So they can actually change in the final week what that matchup is, but it won't count in the conference standings. Conference ends the week before. That sets the conference championship game. And then you've got this extra bonus flex game. Doesn't count in the conference standings, but it would count in your metrics and everything. And it'll be against a team you've already played once.
This has been the best Ben report of all time. Holy smokes.
I'm just glad you're engaged for once.
It's true. This is the double-edged sword. It's a catch-22. You're like,
I'm here.
He's here.
But I'm
now
taking
he
over.
won't shut up.
He's taking over, and he's bloviating about college football.
Now, they won't rematch the conference
I just wanted everyone to know the
game
schedule's
again,
out.
but,
It's a new conference. Maybe people were interested.
I love it.
I did think you would
But
like
it's the first
team up north.
conference with a flex game now on their schedule.
Mime in the chat doesn't think that Fresno State bit sounds forced. He said they've been our rival for 100 years. Okay. Fresno State, San Diego State football.
But for the first 98 years, we were fine saying Fresno
State.
Do we really hate them?
That's the thing
much?
is it's that you're that vicious again. Okay, fine. Well, try new stuff. We do it.
Yeah.
Try new stuff.
Yeah,
See what works.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not 100% bought in yet.
The Reindl Report. I like that. The Reindl Report.
All right, we'll wrap up the Higgins Report with we'll talk a bit about pie and
Love
desserts.
pie.
So this one blows me away. TikTok has found the new secret location for the best pies, apparently.
Secret pie.
And we're going to spoil the secret right now on the Reindl Report featuring Ben Higgins. Apparently, Ace Hardware.
No. Ben Higgins featuring
The
Paul
Higgins.
Reindl.
The Reindl Report.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Ace Hardware has been hiding the best frozen
Ace
pies.
Hardware has pie.
This blew my mind.
Yes. People on TikTok have been going to Ace Hardware, pulling these pies out, and they're going, guys, this is amazing. You have to try it. Enough people started circulating, going viral enough that more and more people have tried it, and it's now caught on. Like I'm reading, like the Today Show had a story recently about Ace Hardware pies, and they have like near the checkout aisle, they just have a frozen little tub where you got it's like at a 7-Eleven or something, grab a popsicle full of pies from, they call it the Pie Company is where they get a lot of them from. Now they're seasonal, so I don't know if the flavors change, probably a little bit depending on where you're at, what time of year. I did Google Ace Hardware pie flavors, and it took me to the Stockton area Ace Hardware store. So again,
road trip.
Maybe
Do you mean the Ace Hardware up north?
Yes, the Ace Hardware up north.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say Stockton.
Correct.
But the current flavors that they have: apple pie, apple cobbler, apricot cobbler, blackberry pie, blueberry pie, boysenberry pie or boysenberry cobbler, cherry pie, Dutch apple pie, mixed berry, nectarine, peach cobbler, strawberry, and a strawberry rhubarb.
Ace Hardware has more pies than Marie Callender's. My God.
No doubt. You
They
know
have a ton.
you know who has the best turkey sandwiches? My optometrist. Absolutely incredible. Blow your mind.
Like,
you have no idea it's there.
I was watching this video. It says in January, UCLA student. He's pretty popular on TikTok. He went to Ace Hardware and he's like, they have pies here. Like, I have to try it.
Now,
He goes,
has anyone in the chat gone to Ace Hardware recently? Do we have pies? Are they at our local stores? I mean, I'm usually going. You're lucky if there's a soda.
I haven't
near
been
the
to Ace
checkout
Hardware in
stand.
a
Like
long time.
like pies. I know they're advertisers on Padres broadcast. The grilling store at Ace Hardware in Hillcrest. Seems like if you're going to grill, pie would go well with your grilling. But
There's
I
an
don't
Ace
know.
Hardware like down the street. Apparently, I need to go check this out. I want a pie. If there's pies, I will buy one and we can try it tomorrow.
I'm in. Yeah, tell me
But
twice.
I was watching the video and the guy's like, strawberry rhubarb pie is my favorite dessert.
NorCal.
It's only
I
NorCal.
looked it up. It said Northern Cal and Nevada in select
They can't
stores.
like that pie company can't possibly service every Ace Hardware in America. They got to be somewhat regional. All right, road trip.
Well, it's a UCLA student that found it.
Yeah.
So he must have found it, I'm assuming, in Southern California.
P.S. A9000 says Woods Ace Hardware also has baseball cards. Oh, I know. Paulie just pulled it
We
up.
just found that out.
Mom Jr. says they have pies at the new Ace Hardware in Oceanside on Oceanside Boulevard.
Okay.
It's right by the goat.
Yeah, his
Ooh.
video, they said he was not the first person on TikTok to put out a video, but it got over like 3 million views, and everyone was like, I have to try this. And now I got to say, I'm intrigued. They're just frozen ass basic pies. You throw them in the oven, and apparently they are outstanding. I just was not expecting pies from Ace Hardware.
Is pie's one of those things that it is easy to mess up a pie. You can have a bad pie.
Yeah, well, the crust can be difficult to get right.
Correct.
If you want a truly like flaky crust, although freezing a pie is fine. A good
Yes.
frozen crust can be just as
The video that I
just
saw,
as good as a fresh crust.
he was a
Stop saying
strawberry
crust.
Is that a word that bothers you? Crust?
100%.
The clip that I saw was he was a strawberry rhubarb pie enthusiast, and he said this one might be the best one I've ever had. He goes, and it was piping hot. He goes, I like them cold after they set for a little bit.
Yeah.
He goes, but piping hot, it was still outstanding. And then he said caramel apple might be the best of the bunch.
Easy does it. Says the Hillcrest Ace Hardware sells pies.
Unreal.
All right.
I rarely go to.
Says Escondido Ace Hardware's had pies.
Okay. I rarely go into a hardware store, so I would have never seen this had you not told me. But I would have.
See,
now
I go
that
to
know
Home
that I have
Depot
cards.
and Lowe's like a couple times a week, but not Ace.
Do you? No. Oh, I was like, are you serious? God.
No.
You went to get light bulbs.
I went to get light bulbs at
Lice
Home
bulbs.
Depot. Home Depot, yes.
You
They
hold
didn't
up
have
to your
any pie,
head
though.
to see.
No pie.
Yeah, you know what I don't like at like stores now that aren't food stores is what you mentioned, the candy bars, the Cokes. I'm always tempted. I'm like,
Right.
I came here to get
IKEA.
away.
It was one thing when they had
Yeah.
a
IKEA has a
Blockbuster
full
because you were
restaurant.
probably going
Yeah, but that's
home
different.
to
But-
watch a movie and you wanted some snacks. But yeah.
Now I'm at Best Buy with my kids. They're like, Daddy, can I have this? I'm like, I just wanted to get a
They put
charger.
you in that long row,
Yes.
and it's just candies right at kid height.
Why
and
do we
it's-
need Snickers?
You're there for 7 minutes
yes.
waiting, and just every single step. Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that.
And it's so tempting when you're in there. You're like, hey, I wasn't looking for this. While I'm here, I might as well grab a DP and a Twix, But it kind of bugs me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not why I went there.
Oh, it says Tierra Santa Ace has pies. That's
All
right up
right.
the street. All right. And cards.
And yes, Death by Palm Tree. I have tried apple pie topped with a cheddar cheese slice. It's pretty good.
Of course
I
you
will
have.
not try that.
I will never eat that. You also eat tuna with cheese on it. So weird tastes.
Sweet and savory.
Fish cheese. Cheese fish.
Cheese fish.
Fantastic. When you get mahi, do you ask them
I
to
don't.
bake a little brie over the top?
Tuna melt is a delicious thing. I might get that for lunch today now that you've got me thinking about it.
Your breath is going to reek.
Hot tuna. Yum.
Hot tuna with cheese on top. Brush your teeth, dude.
Take a shower.
When I eat a tuna sandwich, I need a full shower after.
You can't smell me through the television. Don't worry.
Yeah, but your coworkers can't.
That's true.
Imagine being an anchor and you're like, oh,
smell
cool.
like
You had
tuna.
a tuna sandwich today. For the love of God. So gross. Eat it on the
Gross.
drive home. Spare your coworkers. Thank you, Paulie. Excellent stuff. We're going to go. Yeah, we're going to go check it out after this.
All
I
right,
got nothing to do.
When we come back, we're going to give away some basketball tickets. The Aztecs taking on Nevada this Saturday at Viejas Arena. We'll have a pair to give away. And Woods has a topic involving one of the potential new owners of the San Diego Padres that he'd like to get to.
This could be the death of you and your ilk, Ben.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, we'll get to that coming up after traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, I wanted to tell you about President's Day sale over at Sedano Ford. They're making history by proving you don't need a massive down payment to drive a Premier Ford. As our local veteran-owned dealer, Manny Sedano, putting you in the driver's seat of a brand new ride, just $1 down. Manny and his team making it happen for San Diego with these aggressive monthly specials, all available for just $1 down. 2025 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback, just $353 a month. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Ben, still incredible, an incredible vehicle. $372 a month. The Ford F-150 STX, built Ford tough with legendary power, just $439 a month. And the 2026 Ford Explorer Active is just $449 a month. And if you want luxury that's affordable, lease a Lincoln Corsair Hybrid, just $417 a month. Now, it's a lot of deals to throw at you. They're all really good. Manny Sedano is San Diego's premier veteran-owned dealership. The deals won't last. Go to SedanoFord.com or visit the team in person today. For more details about these offers, go to SedanoFord.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Couple of other smaller baseball news moves yesterday that we hadn't gotten to, but both players that could have been on the San Diego Padres radar. The Nationals signed pitcher Miles Mikolas to a one-year, $2.25 million deal plus incentives.
Pass.
Miles Mikolas, nothing to write home about, but has generally made his starts and back end of the rotation sort of pitcher.
Hates Manny Machado. Pass.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And then the Brewers signed catcher Gary Sanchez to a one-year, $1.5 million deal.
That's nothing. Nothing. That's one I was like, we could have done that.
Damn, I didn't even know he was out there.
Yeah.
The question
I would have
is,
paid that just to take a flyer,
100%.
see what happens.
you know, you're definitely seeing a bigger emphasis on Luis Campusano than we have seen in recent camps under other managers.
Or we don't have a million, 1.75 million.
It's a fair point.
It's fair, but I don't think that's plausible.
They're saving every last nickel to sign a pitcher.
Right.
They're not going to waste it on a backup catcher.
Maybe a
but
third catcher.
If that's the case, then you're trusting Luis Campusano to catch a bunch of games this season.
Indeed.
I mean, Freddie Fermin,
he's not going to go every day.
Can't go every day.
Blake Hunt, maybe, but I don't know.
But right now, I would say Luis Campusano is your de facto backup catcher at the moment.
Yep.
Saw a lot of video of him yesterday receiving guys in the bullpen, working with some of the younger pitchers, then out taking live BP. Ripped one. I saw AJ Cassavell posted a video of him absolutely smoking one to left field. But that's never been the issue with Luis Campusano. Always looks good in the minor leagues, looks good in spring training. Can he hit in the actual regular season of Major League Baseball? And can he I mean, catch decently enough. I don't think he's ever going to be a great catcher, but with an ABS system, if he can hit it all, fine as a backup catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely fine. Glad to have him, but will it? We won't really know. And I fully expect Luis Camposano to have a good spring training.
Sure.
And that really won't tell us anything at all about whether or not he's going to be able to hit in the big leagues.
Yep. That your news and notes segment?
That was the baseball news and notes.
Baseball
segment.
news and notes. Well, listen.
Minor baseball news and notes.
So, listen, you talked earlier about A.J. Preller's extension, right?
I did.
And I think it's, a fair assessment. If I'm A.J. Preller, I'm sitting there going, I'm not signing anything until I know who's owning this team. I'm just not. We're for sale. People are coming by. We're doing tours. There's bids potentially. I'll wait. I'll wait and see if that person even wants me. I'll wait and see what this person's direction is and what their motto is. Are they ready to come in and spend? I'm not signing a thing until I know.
When I was under the impression that this sale process could take all season long, I was not really looking forward to AJ getting to the end of the year. And you need to have a GM knowing that he's going to have a job in January.
So,
if he's your GM in September and October, you need to know he's your GM in January.
I don't agree.
Because you're already starting off-season decision-making at the end of the season.
But I don't agree in the fact that it's A.J. Preller, okay? Like, I don't worry that he's going to be like, I don't know if these guys are going to extend me. Who wants,
not so much A.J. Preller, but if you're going to bring someone else in, you want to give them the opportunity to make their own decisions. You don't want A.J. Preller making 2 months of decisions, and then when his contract expires in January, you bring in a brand new GM to start a whole different off-season plan. You have to have your new GM in place, at the end of the regular season.
But again,
if it's not going to be AJ.
I think it's his decision. I really do. I get the sense that he's like I'm not signing a multi-year deal.
Right. There's a big but here. Now that it seems like the sale process is moving along and bids are coming in this month, and we may know who the new owner is by opening day, patience does make more sense as a strategy.
Correct.
For AJ, for probably the Seidlers, why would we enter into a deal before anyone knows anything? And so they're probably stalling and kicking the can. And if they were being totally honest, probably they'd get up and say, yeah, we think a sale's happening in the next couple of months, and we're just going to wait for the new owner. I mean, I would imagine any new owner is probably going to want to keep AJ around, given what he's done and his knowledge of the organization. I mean, if I am buying a baseball team and I have a resource like AJ Preller who knows the ins and outs of every part of the organization, my first thing would be, I want to keep this guy.
Well, he's at least getting a 2-year deal, at least at a minimum. If I'm a new owner, all right, I'm going to give this guy 2 years. I've never worked with him, but we'll see how it goes. But
they may have to give him more just because he has a bit of leverage in terms of his desirability. But I can see that they're doing that. Now, they may not want to tip their hand on sale timelines. They've been pretty under the radar. There's not a lot of official comments on the sale. So they've probably been said, don't say anything about the sale, even though it may be the biggest thing holding up a potential extension for AJ Preller.
All of this is just a long roundabout way of getting into the story that came out yesterday about the Golden State Warriors and Jonathan Kuminga, who was traded for Porzingis. And what we didn't know, you saw a funny little headline yesterday that reared its head. And again, part of a massively longer, more detailed, really well-written piece on ESPN. But the headline is what grabbed me. So they traded Kuminga, and Golden State reportedly alerted Kuminga that a person around him was, quote, taking too much food from the family room. Sources surrounding the situation said the relationship between Kuminga and the organization had become petty and should have ended years before. Once you dive into the article a little bit, you realize that the reason that it hadn't ended years before was that the owner, the Golden State Warriors, Joe Lacob, wouldn't let it. He would not let it. That was his baby. That was his pick. Steve Kerr didn't really want to draft Jonathan Kuminga, but the owner superseded and said, that's who I want. I bonded with this guy during the process. We had dinner together. He can be a superstar on this team, the next wave of the Golden State Warriors. What are you going to do if you're Steve Kerr? All right. Okay. Now,
whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Guy came in, didn't have the world's best attitude, didn't have the world's best practices. The article's brilliant. I mean, it talks about your guy, Steve Kerr, and the lengths that he went to extend leadership and caring for this player, met with disinterest, handwritten notes, text messages, whatever, disinterest. Playing time suffered because, well, you're disinterested. You're not buying in. So playing time suffered. Then it starts to get petty. They were jabbing in the media at each other. I mean, player and coach. But the interesting part was Joe Lacob, superseding what the basketball people wanted to do and saying, that's the guy I want.
But let's we got to take a quick break. Let's dive into the portion of the story about taking too much food from the family room.
Yeah, well, listen, if Joe Lacob is hawkeyeing the food in the family room, you're screwed in the press box. You and all your freeloading friends.
Because that's an interesting part of the story. We'll get to that coming up. Right now,
that's what Ben wants to bite down.
That's what he wants to get down.
Got to give away some tickets. SDSU Nevada basketball. This is Saturday at Viejas Arena. Tickets are on sale at goaztecs.com. But if you want to win them, let's be the fourth caller right now at 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Wolfpack Aztecs, Saturday. I think it's is it an afternoon or no? It's a night game. 7:00 start, I believe.
Valentine's Day with the Aztecs.
And then we'll actually have more tickets to give away tomorrow for next Tuesday's game as well. So, but call now 833-288-0973, and we'll talk a little food from the family room in our final segment next year with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We Know How, final segment of Ben and Woods. It does seem petty that anyone would make a big deal about how much food a NBA player's entourage was taking from the family. So the family room, they have one at Petco Park for, wives, kids, the nannies. You see it down there when you go down to get sound. You walk past it, and they're kind of hanging in and around it. And oftentimes they have snacks, maybe some sandwiches, treats in there, drinks, just for people who are associated with the players to be comfortable, like a green room at a television show.
Yeah. Said this conversation happened on December 10th. Kuminga was prepared for the conversation. He knew management wanted to ding him for missing a team-requested event and alert him that someone around him was taking too much food from the family room.
What would be too much?
I don't know the answer.
I mean, unless
they probably get my dad, though. If I'm being honest, they probably would. My dad would be on the block.
If you are,
Dad, you can't take bags of shrimp from here. It's to eat while you're in there.
Dad, you get a slice. You can't walk out with the whole pizza.
Okay. If you eat it while you're in there, and you are truly a family, friend, acquaintance of Jonathan Kuminga,
yes,
that's fine. If you are loading up a box and just, they've got a tray of sandwiches here, I'm going to take 9 sandwiches and load up a box, that is inappropriate.
I could see you doing it, though. That's the worst one.
I would absolutely not.
Liar.
I would not
Liar.
take
Liar.
anything to
Pants
go.
on.
Unless I was offered to take something to go, I would not take it upon myself. I actually don't even eat in the press box that often anymore. Used to when I was younger. Yeah, I would definitely make use of the press box meals. I tend not to eat there anymore.
Well,
it doesn't sit as well as it used to.
Again, this is not why they traded him, right? It's just a symptom of a bigger problem. But when you peel back the onion, is the most interesting part of it all is that this could be the potential owner of the San Diego Padres. And again, I know someone that knows Joe. I hear nothing but good things about Joe. And again, from his part, he wanted to do everything he could to make this work, probably to the detriment of his team. They could have had better players had he listened to his basketball people.
Well, when you're paying hundreds of millions of dollars for your basketball
you get
roster,
a say.
I doubt that you care that much about an extra, $80 in food costs in the family room. But if it's making the other players' families unhappy, like you took all the food and now, Steph Curry's wife and kids don't have anything to eat and he's unhappy, that could be an issue that is even worthy of the owner's attention.
None of this is worthwhile, though, because one of the dudes on the team, let's see. So they finally ended their relationship with Cameo by trading him and Buddy Hield to the Atlanta Hawks for Kristaps Porzingis. The Atlanta Hawks.
Paulie, I might need you to pull that.
The Atlanta Hawks, what'd I say?
I might need you to pull that one.
Really?
Yeah, let's...
I can't even repeat it.
Well, hang on.
Let's...
Oh, did I say that? I didn't mean to. I promise. So this story comes out, and Hield says they're lying. It was Jimmy Butler. Which is not. It wasn't. And then Kuminga does the laughing emojis. What else? And then Steph Curry tweeted, "I'm sorry, bro. This is ridiculous. Go be great." I think it was that part of the story was just a funny little addition to it. But again, I've got people thinking, man, is Joe Lacob really is he a meddler? Is he going to meddle? And I thought to myself, I think every owner on the planet is a meddler. I think it comes with the job, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, Peter Seidler was a bit of a meddler.
They all are.
You get to be the owner. You get to meddle a little bit in your team.
That's the number one perk of owning the team is you get to meddle.
Stick my beak in where it doesn't belong.
Let's not act like every single one of us, when you see the Powerball or, the lottery or whatever, you're like, what would I do? Oh, I'd buy a team.
Yeah.
Why would you buy the team?
So I could be a huge a-hole.
So you could meddle. So you could make trades.
Be a meddling.
I'm hiring you as my GM. Here is your unlimited budget. You will never see me again.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Send the checks to this address in Hawaii.
Let me know
how we did.
Let me know what our record was at the end of the season.
Let me know how we did.
Of course, the owner is going to meddle a bit in their team.
But I'll tell you, though, if the owner is in the draft room going, no, I want this guy. I sat next to him at dinner.
Okay. A little bit.
Right?
Maybe too much.
So, again, we'll see. We'll see. We still don't know who it's going to be.
All right. Let's check traffic. Adam wants to meet with you in his office about FCC violations. And then
what I said.
We've got a couple of minutes of audio. Yes,
Said
AJ
something.
Preller was grilled. I mean, San Diego media doesn't grill that often, but grilled about his lack of a contract extension a few minutes ago. And we've got that for you here next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This traffic report supports a fentanyl-free America, brought to you by the San Diego DEA. Big improvements on our roads, especially that southbound 15 in the North County. Yeah, looking much better. Earlier crashes in the Fallbrook area. When near the 76, they're gone now, and speeds are looking good. Couple other problems, though. Northbound 805 at the West 54 connector ramp got a crash partially in lanes. Also, a stall reported on southbound 5 right at the Coronado Bridge. Appears to be over to the right shoulder. Families laughing, parents cheering, futures filled with hope. The American dream is possible when our country is fentanyl-free. Protect communities, prevent fentanyl overdoses, and support those impacted. Learn how to protect your loved ones from fentanyl at dea.gov/fentanyl-free. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Why can't we play it? You were right.
You play it once, maybe. You just don't overdo it.
It's the name of the cable company.
It is. You have that cable company. But Paulie did pull the audio.
And Buddy Hield to the Atlanta Hawks for Kristaps. The Atlantic Hawks is what I said. Obviously, the Atlantic,
like the Atlantic
ox.
Ocean, and
like
the
a big
ox,
ox,
like a big oxen. The Atlantic ox.
Death by palm tree. I apologize. It's my 15-month-old just started wailing uncontrollably when she heard that filthy language used. I do apologize.
Oh, man,
I would never do that around my own 15.
We're trying to keep listeners.
I know.
And
Sorry about
they
that.
have to turn it off now because of that crass mouth.
The Atlantic Ox. Remember that guy that worked here, Mike Hawk? Remember that when he was on the machine? What's up, everybody? It's me, Mike Hawk. I can't say it fast. That's his whole shtick. Hey, I'm Jimmy Boobies. Welcome in, everybody. Like, so stupid. Mike Hawk, by the way. Unreal. All right, before we go.
Great
idea in San Diego, by the way. To do
if AJ Preller doesn't stay in San Diego, we've speculated in the past, is there anywhere else he might go? We've talked about Brian Cashman having been around New York forever. This is a sign. If AJ ever had to deal with the New York media, they would like go insane trying to deal with him.
Yeah, they would.
Because this was the kind you got the kind of questioning today that New York, just like the relentlessly, like some repeating of the questions. Yeah. AJ was completely nonplussed.
Yeah, no, he's not
by the questioning.
He's unaffected.
He was unaffected. But here's some back and forth between Sammy Levitt, AJ Cassavell, Kevin Acee, and others about his contract status just a few minutes ago at the Peoria Sports Complex.
How come you don't have a contract extension?
I mean, again, continue to talk to John, and I think again, it's something that like anything, it's like when the time's right, the moment's right. Hoping to line up on something, hoping to have something here that that can focus me back on the field and go from there. But we'll see where it goes in the next couple of days.
How important is it to you? Being that your primary thing is building a team and all that, how important is it to you that this gets done, gets out of the way?
I mean, again, to me, like either way, I mean, like ultimately, I'm under contract, so it's I think it's all about putting a team on the field that's going to win, and there's still a lot of work to do in terms of continuing to round out the roster. So that continues to be the focus. Like I've said before, I love being here, love San Diego. Feel good about the work we've done as a group. Again, it's something that we still have some unfinished business. So that's really the motivation for the city of San Diego to go out and win and be a part of it, and hopefully we can do that.
With the contract, how important or is it important that it be settled by opening day? So it's not, you're not necessarily going into the season with it being your last one under contract. Does that matter?
Yeah, again, I'm not setting any kind of deadline or anything like that. I mean, I think to me, it's always open just to having conversation, and
he's an artist
trying to see if we can work something out. But I think ultimately, my focus it's on the team and the field and spring training getting started. That won't change, and I don't see us setting any kind of deadline or anything like that.
You said at FanFest you were expecting something to get done. There's since been some pretty public developments with ownership, the sale process, or at least the developments going public. Would you say you're still expecting something to get done?
Yeah, no, I think I don't think anything's changed from that standpoint. I think the same sentiments that myself and I know the conversations I have with John. I think I think the same sentiments we've had really throughout the whole off season. I think that hasn't changed at all. Despite not having a deal, I feel like wanting to be here. I think the intent from the organization for me to be here, I feel like that's all the same. And I think hopefully we can line up on something.
That's like the San Diego collective media, Padres media, fishermen throwing their lines into the water and reeling it up, and nothing's there. There's nothing on the end of the hook.
Why is this
from AJ Preller?
Why is this the cause célèbre of everyone out there? Why is this is this a distraction at all? Because I'm not distracted at all, and I don't know that it's a distraction for him. I genuinely, based on what I know and what I've heard, don't think he gives a rat's ass about when he gets his extension. I don't think he cares at all.
It
Not
may
even
be
a little.
to us or to you listening or whoever. It may be important to you. It ain't important to him.
He might be one of those guys. Your contract expires, but
I'll keep working.
I'll stay on. Keep on
whatever,
working.
Man. He's the Ben Higgins of GMs.
Just keep paying me. I'll just keep working. It's fine. We'll get it done eventually.
How much free labor did you do over the years? Like, you haven't found anybody yet? All right, I'll stay. I mean, yeah, it's. I think is there a distraction?
I don't think it's a distraction. I think Eric Grupner came on our show in November, and
said it was going to get done.
It was kind of like news at the time. He's like, "Hey, yeah, we're working on it. It's almost done. Like, it should be coming soon." and it's been 4 months or whatever, and we haven't heard anything.
But things have changed.
Well, I mean, no one's denied. AJ has said, yeah, no, we all seem like we're on the same page. Everything's good. The only thing they don't have is pen to paper.
Okay. I just don't care. I mean, I want him to sign an extension, but I think for him, like, I'm actually, if he was in there grousing about his contract every day.
I've seen people, this has become their whole identity. Why doesn't AJ Preller have a contract?
Yeah,
I think here would be my guess. What's the sticking point? I'm sure the Padres acknowledge that AJ
Who is the owner.
AJ is due for a raise.
How much money do I have to spend?
And I think probably the sticking point is AJ thinks he's deserved a longer term deal. The Padres are going, well, with the uncertainty of who's going to be the owner, we'd prefer like a 2-year deal or so. AJ's probably saying, no, I get 4 or 5 years at this point. Like, why am I working on a shorter contract? He doesn't want to think about this anymore.
Now this is pure speculation.
Speculation.
I mean,
it would make sense to me. AJ clearly doesn't care much about his own deal. So he probably wants one that he doesn't have to think about it for a while.
Yeah,
he doesn't
maybe.
want to have to be doing this again in another year or two. Where, okay, I'm a lame duck again. We're go through this process again. Just wants to get it over with. That would be my guess.
I mean, again, it could be money. It could be all kinds of stuff. I just don't think he cares. I just don't think he cares right now. I think he's focused. He's always been an eye on the prize guy. Always. That's not changed. And we've heard this. We've heard this from people we know. That it just doesn't, it's not something that's on his priority list. And it may be weird to you and me. It may be weird to you listening, but he's certainly wired differently than all of us. By far, it's what makes him him. So, good show, boys. Fun one.
That was a good one.
Good bounce back after yesterday.
Indeed.
All right, we will wrap up the week tomorrow, Friday. Darren Smith will join us. It will be Sammy Levitt turn again from Spring Training, Arizona. Lots to look forward to wrap up our week. For executive producer Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Thursday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.